This just into the newsroom. Hurricane Joe has now become an extreme hurricane at a Category 5. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with the latest details on who's going to feel the impacts from this storm.
Hi, I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with an update now on Hurricane Joe, a major Category 5 hurricane, and it's headed right toward Manatee. Everyone should take this storm seriously, especially visitors, as it's going to wipe out everything that gets in its way.
You're in my domain, got the whole crowd screaming out our name. It's a blowout, it's a hurricane, it's over before you know it. Take a swing, I can take a hit. If we die, it's fine, we live for this. It's all for this. We're gonna stand on top with our hands in the sky.
Good idea. Gene Brown is out and about in the elements a little bit. So, Gene, what you got?
Yeah, we should have started this game at 6:30, and we might have got in close to a half. But other than that, it's raining, and I haven't seen any lightning. So it's a little bit more than 8 miles away, hopefully, and it's the delay that's holding us up. But if it keeps going the way it's going, I hope we get started by, 8 o'clock or so is what I would guesstimate. But it's raining pretty steady right now.
It's not overly hard, though. It's nothing like we saw when we played at Palmetto in week 2.
That's true. And Palmetto's field was already wet because we had a bunch of rain to begin with. This is brand new rain. And our field, I was looking at it yesterday when we fed the team Mission Barbecue yesterday. So that was a great time. And Mission Barbecue had done our press box earlier in the year and made us a great deal to feed the team. Danny and I made about 140-some sandwiches.
Yes,
and,
sir.
Kids loved it. And I was looking at the field, and I'm thinking, for all the home games we've had, our field is in great shape. We hadn't had any rain games yet, unfortunately. And due to the weather tonight, it looks like, once we get this game in, hopefully the field will hold up. One of the biggest things, though, we got to get it well for that first home playoff game that I'm anticipating.
Yeah, and that's a great segue that, going into the playoffs. And let's talk a little bit about that. And, when you take a look at where the standings sit right now, the Hurricanes are in a great position. Currently sit in the 4th spot, but hey, listen, wipe that 4th spot out because unfortunately the way the FHSA has things laid out, Chad, it's the district champ is going to be in the top 4, and unfortunately for us, that puts Gulf Coast there. But with a win tonight, if this game gets played, a win tonight, a win next week will put us in the top 4 and could ultimately vault us to number 2.
Yeah, no, and I'll be honest with you. I mean, if Venice wins tonight and then we beat them and next week in a huge, basically for the district championship, and they win their last, I mean, we could potentially maybe even see a bump to really close number 2, and then even, we'll see what Palm Beach Lakes does the rest of the season. But here's what I like about the playoff, the way it is right now with these RPI rankings. It brings more interest into it. And Tuesday at 2 o'clock, they're released. And everybody is kind of, I know at least I am, I'm waiting for that 2 o'clock, time to hit and see what the RPI rankings are and see what we've done and moved up in the past couple weeks. And so it's exciting. I mean, there's no question. It's brought some more excitement to the playoff race. But it all comes down to next week. You know what I mean? I mean, bottom line is you win the playoff, you win the district, you're in.
So let me explain a few things about the RPI. The RPI takes into account not only your own record, it takes into account your opponent's records, and it also takes into account your opponent's record. So it's a 50%, 30%, 20% that compiles this all up. So when we look at things across the board, right now Palm Beach Lakes is the #1 team in our region as far as the RPI at a .721, following by Pinellas Park at a .620. The interesting part about those two teams, neither one of them has secured the #1 spot. Pinellas Park probably sitting in the best spot of anybody as they get ready to play East Lake coming up. They got Sickles and then East Lake. They're probably no reason they're going to lose either one of those games. Should get the one spot out of that district. Palm Beach Lakes looks to be better than everybody else. They have to play Dwyer. Dwyer lost last week to Martin County 22-21. It is a very interesting deal. Dwyer, notoriously a very powerful school.
Yeah.
They're 2-4, 1-1. There is no rhyme or reason right now. It's about as close as watching the NFL take on things right
Absolutely.
now. You don't know.
Not a huge parity between them. And Palm Beach Lakes has to play, Dwyer and Martin County. They could lose both those games. And if they do, their points, they're at .72 or at .60. They could possibly drop pretty significantly. And if we were to win out tonight, hopefully getting the game in, we beat Venice to be district champs, and then we Miami Jackson. There may be a chance, and obviously it's a lot of numbers to crunch, but there may be a chance that we could be #1.
Well, you go from a .604. That's where Manatee sits right now. So there's 604. The Venice is at 611. Bottom line is it comes down to next week. The winner is in the top 4, regardless of what happens. A win tonight, a win over Venice, then put you in position to bypass a Pinellas Park at a .620. I don't know that anybody catches Palm Beach Lakes. I'm pretty much, I'm safe to say that they've secured the #1 spot. Here is the interesting part when you look at it. And the part that I don't like the system and the way it's set up with district champions automatically are in. When you look at Gulf Coast at a .469, here's the 7th place team is a .540. They're nowhere
below
close.
the 7th, absolutely, and they'll get the 4th seed and a home game, and that was one thing. I saw Ken Burton earlier in the week and over at Palmetto, and that was one thing we discussed is how can a district champion, we could potentially be almost .30 above Gulf Coast, but have to travel down to Naples, and then if we were to happen to win that first game, have to travel back down to Palm Beach Lakes. There's some tweaking, and it's all new. And
it'll get tweaked again next year. This year, you got the opponent stuff. So here's how I feel that you fix the problem. And I think there's a couple of huge issues that go on in the FHSAA in the way things are done right now. So when you go back to correct this, a district champion, all right, I'll give you, if you win your district, you're in. However, when it's all said and done, you reseed based on where the RPIs are.
Yeah, so, I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, now all of a sudden, Gulf Coast becomes an 8 seed. They're going to travel over to play Pinellas Park. Take away this, I'm a district champion, I'm always at home. No, you're not. We're going to go on the RPI, and that's how you judge going forward, and I think that would make things a little bit more even. My last ticket to the whole thing is I don't believe in the system we currently have of having 4A to 8A, which if no one's really looked at the playoff situation, the playoffs end with the semifinals end the weekend of the it's Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Then there is a week off, and then the state championship games.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I like the fact that you continue to play. It's great if you got somebody injured. And I also don't like the neutral location. I think that you go back to the old days and you send it to the team with the greatest RPI, whoever's highest, and that's where you go. And I agree. And here's my other thing about it, too. When you get to the Final Four, it's based on RPI. So the best RPI will play the 4th best, and that's where they're going to take off to instead of being stuck in the same region, which then alleviates the fact for Venice, Manatee, anybody down here in the South that has to go play St. Thomas Aquinas every year. It's a joke.
And we're obviously putting a lot of emphasis on the RPI. So if we're going to do that, we might as well rank them that way.
Right.
So I agree with you. Have the district champ be in. You're going to be one of the 8, but that doesn't mean you're one of the first 4. I don't necessarily agree with that. I say, look, if we're going to put RPI at what it is and how you schedule, you're going to have to make some of these teams, especially in that district, that 7A District 11 with Gulf Coast, Lehigh, Riverdale, and Northport, you got to go schedule some big boys. You got to go schedule some guys who are going to give you, maybe an 8-2, 9-1, 10-0 records because you need to get the RPI up. It's I don't know if you ever make it perfect. you know. And Gene, I don't know what your thoughts are with it, but I don't know if you ever make a perfect system.
No, you don't.
Try to tweak it.
But think about this: Palm Beach Lakes this year is the only team that this could happen to. But they could really lose one game, be 9-1, and be a 5th or higher seed, and have to travel everywhere with a 9-1 record and the high RPI, just because you lost that wrong game at the wrong time and you didn't win the district championship. Now with the rest of us, there's a lot of losses, so it kind of all plays in with that. But yeah, no, I agree with you on the RPI. If we're gonna put so much weight in the RPI, then we need to really judge the weight of the district championship of a team that could be 2-8 when it comes down to a district champs. And that's what they tried to eliminate a few years ago, was a district champ being 2-8 and getting all the home games against teams that were 8-2, 9-1, because they lost the one district game.
Well, let's throw out something very interesting. So let's go back to Palm Beach Lakes in their district. Let's say that they go this tonight and lose to Dwyer. All right, let's just go out on a limb. They lose that game. Dwyer then in turn wins next week, right? They beat Seminole Ridge. They win the district.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And you got a team
they're
that's
4 and 6. Yeah.
and you got a team that's 9-1 that is going to make the playoffs, but they should be, you know. And again, I don't say put them right in there to play Dwyer again.
And by the way, so everybody understands, currently Palm Beach sits with a .721 RPI. Dwyer is a .409. Yeah. Now, yes, with those two wins, they're going to jump. They're not catching 720.
No, they're not. And so Palm Beach could be the runner-up and make the playoffs and not have a home game, and they're still probably about .70, maybe .68 in the rankings and in the RPI. To me, if you're going to use RPI and that's what you're going to do, then let's do it. You know.
Now, if you really want me to shake it up and make it the way I think it really should be in this world, here's what you do. You have your regions. You take away district play altogether. I don't care what your district is. Right. It's thrown out the window. These teams are in your region. Now go play whoever you want to play, and the team that's at the top in the RPI, that's how we set it.
One through it, just like a ranking. And
do away with district play. I'm done with it. I don't think it has a whole lot, because in my opinion, districts left a long time ago when you really don't have rivalries. They change every 2 to 4 years, and it's really not keeping the same guys playing each other.
Well, and you go look at the interest. A lot of this stuff had to do with the FHSA wanting to create interest, create this show
that they've done.
And they've done
that with the RPI. Yeah.
So a lot of it has to do with, if we're going to create that interest, great. Let's create it. Let's create it for the whole thing, and not just, hey, the district champs. I don't see, you go back to look at volleyball. Our volleyball team didn't even play Venice, didn't even play Palmetto this year in their district until the district championship, the playoffs. So, and baseball, I think, is like that.
Baseball's the same way coming up. You don't have to play.
You don't have to play your district team. So, and I know we can't have a district tournament, like those other sports do, but
again, I don't understand the district tournament. It's only to crown somebody to put in your top 4, which I think it's a wrong situation. I don't think that creates or solves your problem. I think ultimately you're creating a bigger argument than you had to begin with. If you're not going to have district play, you don't have a district tournament. Bottom line is this. I know that when the FHSA sets themselves up in certain venues and the city's giving them X number of dollars, and I'm sure it's a pretty good amount, but when you look at that stadium and you don't have anybody in it, that's kind of not the way you want high school football to be. In my personal opinion, you go back to where you played. The championship's got to go at one of the home schools. You have the excitement. People get ready to go to it. I mean, I've seen it here multiple times here at Hawkins Stadium.
80s, right?
It was awesome.
How great was it when I wasn't old enough to remember, but I know the story.
85.
When it was Southeast and Manatee both hosted a state championship.
Oh yeah,
right?
Gina and I both saw it. It was
I was here.
I actually in the same city.
I drove in from North Carolina and got left early so I could be back.
Right. I mean, what kind of excitement does that create for your community?
Well, an interesting part about that is, too, that both of those coaches, Coach Meckley and Coach Canan, had actually discussed at one point in time about moving one of the games to Saturday. The reality was they finally just came to the decision, we're going to play on Friday night, and both places were completely sold out. There was you couldn't get into one or the other anymore.
Yeah.
And it was an awesome situation. And now you just don't have that. I think you take away from the feel of true high school sports when you go into a facility that seats way more than what you're putting in there. And it honestly, it doesn't look good. It's like watching the Tampa Bay Rays. I mean, the bottom line is you force everybody to the lower level because you can't show everything from the outside because nobody's there.
Yeah.
Those are just a couple of my opinions. Whether they're right, whether they're wrong, I don't know. But and I'm sure the FHSAA will make changes in this RPI system year after year after year until they get something that's going to fit for everybody, or at least be the best case scenario. They're close. They're very, very close.
I think they are close.
I like it. They've created excitement. Unfortunately, it's not perfect. And as you said, I don't think there's a perfect system, but we're getting much, much closer. So, listen, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk about other games in the area. Whether they're playing or not, I don't know. We're going to find out. But we'll talk about other local games going on, and we'll also hear from head coach Yusef Shakir down the road in this Shake Pit Countdown to Kickoff. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Legendary college basketball coach John Wooden said, "A true test of a person's character is what that person does when no one is watching."
When we're not here at the office,
Or when we are here in the courtroom, personally representing clients.
You'll find us here.
and here.
You'll find us here.
If you need legal help, give us a call. Put our character to the test.
Carl Reynolds Law, because injuries are personal. Visit us at injuriesarepersonal.com.
This is what I love, clean trucks and clean cars. That's what it's all about. Hi, I'm Zach Callis. I'm the owner of American Car Care Center, the friendliest car wash in Bradenton, Florida. We take pride at what we do here at American Car Care Center. Our employees treat your car like they would treat their own. They're here to make you happy, and our motto is, if you're not happy, tell us. If you're happy, tell a friend.
With the summer sun, something's begun. It's our big Summer of Jeep event going on now at Firkins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Fall in love with the perfect new Jeep for those fun summer days and hot summer nights.
During the Summer of Jeep event at Firkins, shop over 200 new Jeeps and get a new 2019 Jeep Wrangler for only $259 a month. Yes, $259 a month.
Don't miss the Summer of Jeep sales event. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it at Firkins.
Before the warning flags are launched, before the winds of change arrive, you must plan and prepare for what
countdown to kickoff. A little quick update. We are still currently under a lightning delay. We have not cleared that first official 30 minutes of that. We will keep you updated as we know things, and we'll check into it when we go into the next break. So when we come out of the interview with Coach Yusef Shakir, we'll know more at that point in time. But if I had to be a guessing man right now, and I'm not good with time, Chad's been pretty spot on with this stuff, so I'm going to let you make the decision.
I haven't seen any other lightning since, but we passed the 7:20. 7:20 was the first 30-minute, and we're 2 minutes past that. That was the first 30-minute break. So there must have been another hurricane. There must have been another lightning strike since then.
My question is this. Is it what we see, or is it what we get off of radar?
Yeah,
and I think it's off of radar. So,
and that's
where they're ranging all this stuff. So, I don't know. We'll find out as things go along. There were other games that have been affected by this. I know Braden and Christian's game was canceled this evening due to the lightning. I also want to go out and say something to a good friend of mine, Gary Scott. He was heading up the DeSoto crew in their golf tournament. It has been canceled and rescheduled. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend when they reschedule it. It'll be November 30th, and that is the Florida State game. There's not a shot in God's green earth I'm showing up for anything but a Florida game. There's no way you could get me to go to a golf tournament on that one. So, but anyways, that has been rescheduled as well. Unfortunately, weather has affected a lot of things in the area, so I see the coaches from Kissimmee, Osceola slowly making their way out, so they're starting to walk around on the field and things, so we'll find out here soon enough. But let's start talking about some other games locally that have been affected. We know Southeast game got moved up. Southeast was playing Palmetto tonight. the Tigers on a roll. And personally for me, I know that one member of my broadcast crew will not agree with me, but I need Palmetto to win, and I want them to win and win big. And, Eddie, I know you don't see it that way, do you?
Well, actually, I pull for Palmetto, except when they play us.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I know I pulled for him a week or so ago. You were like, nah, I don't want him to win. Hey, listen, I know the way the RPI is set up, and I know you understand it as well, too. We need them to win. As long as they keep winning, it helps us out, too,
No, but to be honest, I just don't care for the head coach for the things he said and how he talked to our kids on the sidelines during ball games when we played them, and I've never really been able to forget that.
All right, well, wait a minute. I think Gene's got us an update on what's going on. Gene?
Yes, we're off lightning delay, and we're hoping to get this game going in about 10-plus minutes.
All righty, that
nice.
sounds good. I like it. Very, very good.
IMG right now in St. Francis, they're playing.
And, they're up there, though.
No, that is true. Never mind.
Yeah, well, it's cold, but they're not under this.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, do you not know where people are at? What are you doing? It says at. All right.
But do
I need to help you with
the
a few
varsity
things?
team is home.
Oh yeah, here we go. Now he skated out of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go, Gene. What do you see? You like how he works that one?
We want to get his grandfather back up here to explain that to us.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
The at and the verse?
Yeah, hey, listen, he's let me down in a few different categories already tonight before we got here. So I've had a long conversations. Keep inviting him to come over and watch the games with us. Oh, I'll be there sooner or later. No show guy. That's what he's been. Yeah. So let's see. Outside of that, Palmetto, Southeast, who else have we got? Really, I don't know that there's anything else other than Cocoa has come across the state.
I think Cocoa
to play
Venice is going to be, I mean, to me, Cocoa is obviously a powerhouse, and they've been for many, many years. And coming to Venice, that's going to be a game. I mean, Venice could put, I think Cocoa probably wins that. They had a bye week last week, so they got 2 weeks to prepare for Venice. I know they got to travel over here, and it's a good bus ride and all that. I think Cocoa probably beats them 14 points or more, to be honest with you.
All right, well, gentlemen, both teams have come out. Gene, again, one more time, update our listeners so they know when to get back in here.
The lightning delay has cleared, and we're hoping to get the game started in 10-plus minutes.
All righty, so you heard that. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, you're going to hear from head coach Yusuf Shakir. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Before the warning flags are launched, before the winds of change arrive, you must plan and prepare for what lies ahead. Your business and personal finances call for a trusted team to help you achieve your goals with numbers you can count on. Serving this region since 1954, CS&L CPAs provides accounting, tax, audit, and consulting services. Our mission is to understand your unique needs and create exceptional solutions. CS&L CPAs is a proud supporter of Manatee High School. Visit us online to find out more.
This may look like an ordinary tomato to you. It's our Gamble Creek Farm tomato. It's the symbol of our commitment to provide you the freshest and locally sourced ingredients from our farm to your table. Like at the Beach House Restaurant, new from the ground up, with a great contemporary look and an incredibly relaxed atmosphere. It's as beautiful as an island sunset. This is the new Beach House. I'm Ed Childs, and your table is waiting.
Every great team has a coach that leads them to victory. Offense, defense, special teams. The coaching staff knows that it takes a full team effort in order to be successful. At Williams Wealth Management Group, we help our clients implement their strategic plan. We take a 360-degree approach to help our clients meet their personal goals. My wife Helene and I are proud Manatee High School graduates, and we love our community that we're raising our family in. At Williams Wealth Management Group, our services are more than money.
This isn't just any beach. This is where I grew up. The most beautiful beaches in the world. Incredible water and unbelievable sunsets, which you can experience every time you dine at one of our waterfront restaurants. Such as the Sandbar, where you can dine with your toes in the sand. Enjoy seafood from local waters and produce from our farms to your table. I'm Ed Childs, and I invite you to join me at the Sandbar.
It's one thing to be the first hospital in our community.
It's another to still be leading the way more than 60 years later.
As someone who has seen Manatee Memorial evolve over the years, I'm proud of the strides they have taken to stay at the forefront of technology.
Manatee Memorial has always been there for Manatee County. It allows our community to live better.
I was born at Manatee Memorial, so it's no exaggeration to say they've been there for me since the beginning.
You can't really think of our community without thinking of Manatee Memorial.
There's a certain tradition of quality that's always been a part of the hospital.
To me, it's a sense of community pride, a place where little and big miracles happen every day.
Our community would not be what it is today without Manatee Memorial.
They've shown over generations of care that they are great community partners.
I've always felt confident in the team at Manatee Memorial because of the longevity of many staff members and the obvious concern for the needs of their patients.
They really care about our community, and they've proven it year after year.
That's why Manatee Memorial is my hospital.
My hospital.
My hospital.
Manatee Memorial Hospital, serving our community for over 60 years.
This just into the newsroom. Hurricane Joe has now become an extreme hurricane at a Category 5. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with the latest details on who's going to feel the impacts from this storm.
Hi, I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with an update now on Hurricane Joe, a major Category 5 hurricane, and it's headed right toward Manatee. Everyone should take this storm seriously, especially visitors, as it's going to wipe out everything that gets in its way.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, those undaunted by the weather. Welcome to Joe Cannan Field at Hawkins Stadium. Tonight's contest is between the visiting Osceola Cowboys and your Manatee Hurricanes. The entire administrative team proudly welcomes our visiting team, fans, and the Hurricane family. We hope you have an exciting family experience and that you'll join us for future sporting events here at Manatee High School. The administrative team for Manatee High School are the principal, David Underhill, assistant principal, Shane Hall, assistant principal, Dr. Linda Francis, assistant principal, Katie Brown, and athletic director, Dr. Danielle LaPointe. Manatee High School expects all spectators to display good sportsmanship throughout the sporting event towards other fans, referees, coaches, and players. We would like to remind you that Joe Cannan Field at Hawkins Stadium is a tobacco-free venue, so please, no smoking. Concession stands and restrooms are located on both ends of the field. We'd like to thank the Bradenton Fire Department and Manatee County Emergency Medical Services for supporting Manatee High School and providing their services for tonight's game. Please be aware that if you leave the gated entrance of the stadium, you must purchase another ticket for re-entry. The officials for tonight's game are referee Scott McCombs, umpire Jeff Broganwill, linesman Lee Royal, line judge Reggie Smith, back judge Mark McCrone. On the chain gang, we have Mike Parrott, George Hamilton, Don Spencer, and Bill Wells. Ladies and gentlemen, please remove your hats and stand as the JROTC presents our nation's colors. Tonight, our honor guard is comprised of American flag, Commander Second Lieutenant Jessica Ibarra. With the state flag, Command Sergeant Stephanie Dominguez. On the JROTC flag, Private First Class Denise Pineda. Right rifle, Sergeant Andrew Humphreys. On left rifle, First Lieutenant Josh Meyer. Please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
What up? What up? If you ain't about that Hurricane,
your Manatee Hurricanes, number 8, Justin Porter. Point toss won by the Hurricanes. They choose to receive. Headed west to east. We would like to thank our media booth sponsor tonight, Danny's Pizzeria. The Manatee Hurricanes would like to thank all of the booster members for their support. Manatee High School fan items are available at the table at the entrance to the field. Show your support of MHS and get your Hurricane gear today.
Offense first. It'll be the Kissimmee Osceola Cowboys, a very familiar foe of the Hurricanes. They're in Class 8A District 6, or 6-1 have won 5 straight. They're under the direction of head coach Doug Nichols, his 11th season with 114 wins, 23 losses in his career. They are 1-1 against the Hurricanes. 2 years ago, they beat Manatee in the first round over there. Last year, Manatee repaid the favor, knocked them off at Kissimmee Osceola. This will be the first time the Cowboys have been to Manatee High School. So the kicker has the football. Let's see who we got kicking off tonight. They change kickers on a regular basis here. I've seen a couple different films, but I believe it is going to be Spencer Richards, the kicker. He's listed as 5'6". He looks a lot taller than 5'6". Back deep for the Hurricanes will be Tyreek Allen and Iron Jackson, and the wind blows the ball off the tee to start with here. So
it makes sense to take the ball on the kickoff. That's been our strong suit for the last 4 games. You know, is our offense scoring lots of points, and so it makes sense to change that up. And
I'm going to go out on a limb and tell you right now, we're going to take this ball to 20. This guy's got a pretty good leg. I watched a lot of kicks that he had earlier, and he will bang it deep, if not out of the back of the end zone with that wind, and he gets his foot a low liner, and I'm going to lose money on that one. Tyreek Allen lets it roll through his legs. Into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. So I still win. How about that? Didn't look good.
Ugly touchback, but you know, touchback nonetheless.
Yeah, the kick didn't look good, but it worked.
So the Hurricanes will come out on offense first. It'll be, let's set the offensive line for Manatee. It'll be Charles Armstrong from left to right, Kewan Hawthorne, Quentin Rome, Frankie Robinson, Derek Maurice. Jace Brzezowski will be calling the signals at the quarterback spot. He's 66 of 116 for 995 yards on the year, 57% completion, 18 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Starting in the backfield behind him, it will be Tyson Phelps. Brzezowski takes a snap. He will hand it to Phelps up the middle, and he's got nothing going there. It'll be a loss on the play. He didn't even quite get back to the line of scrimmage there. He's going to be a loss of 1. Nothing for the Hurricanes there. It'll set up second down and 11.
Up tempo.
This time they're going to move things a little quicker. They're going to come in with the Jameel Williams. Checks in. We're going to have 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tyson Phelps will be in the backfield with Brzezowski off to his left. Jace takes a snap, drops back. He looks. He's going to fire an underneath pass to Iron Jackson, who's caught immediately. He gets a positive yards. We'll pick up 2. It'll set up a 3rd down and 9 for the Canes.
Yeah, some I saw in practice are putting Jameel, you know, the freshman running back, putting him out there in the slot and maybe some blocking stuff. But, you know, you never know, get him the ball out in space and see what he can do. And Iron right there, gain of 2, and brings up 3rd and 9. We'll see what we got in the playbook.
A little bit of confusion. We had an equipment problem there as Kewan Hawthorne had to come off the field, so we bring in a different guy on the offensive line. I'm not sure who checked in. It could have been Meeks coming in. 3 receivers to the left. Brzezowski takes a snap under pressure. He gets rid of it, in and out of the hands. It actually was kind of deflected. It was intended for Jaleel Duncan. Good defensive play there by Daniel Cooper out of that defensive back spot. Got a hand on it as well, and they'll bring on a punting situation for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, they brought the house.
That wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, they brought the house. They're bringing everybody in. Good job by Jace kind of getting rid of it pretty quick. And Duncan may have been there off to his back shoulder a little bit, But good job by Cooper there and breaking that ball up and bringing fourth down for the Cowboys.
Nick Bigelow will stand at his 5-yard line awaiting the snap. 36-yard average on the year. He gets the punt off into this stiff wind, gets it out across midfield. It takes a bounce and rolls a favorable roll into Cowboy territory down at the 43-yard line.
A little extra 5 yards we got there on the bounce.
Pretty good punt against the wind right there.
Yeah, not bad. You know, probably wet ball, little wet field. You saw Devon Stewart down there on the coverage slip a little bit as he was getting to the ball carrier. But defense got to come up now. Good field position for the Cowboys. Defense got to come up big.
Hurricane defense will have a big task set up against them. This is a very big offensive line. They run the wing T, and they run it very effectively. Osceola will have Devon Wells, the same quarterback we saw last year. He's a senior, 5'11", 170. Rarely throws. He does about 6 times a game, and so Manatee's going to have to be disciplined tonight. On first down, they'll hand off on the sweep to the outside. He cuts inside. He got some running room across. He picks up 10, maybe 11 yards. They're actually going to put it all the way out to the 40 to give him a 13-yard pickup. So first down on the first play, that was Dwayne McGee. Dwayne McGee is leading all rushers here, 40 carries. That'll be his 41st. He had 413 yards on the ground this year.
They had
4
a big
touchdowns.
line, but they went outside, you know.
First down and 10 from the Manatee 40. The Cowboys hand off in the interior. This time he's met after he picks up his Justin Porter on the initial hit, but he'll pick up 4 before he's finally stopped. Roshan Dudley, the carrier.
Yeah, it's what this offense does. They're run, and they'll pop a pass about 15 runs in, and we just got to be sound and disciplined on defense.
Second down and 6. Cowboys on the move. This time they will hand it off on the jet sweep. Plenty of running room. He's across the 30, across the 20 to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Cowboys.
Oh, boy, that's
Never
easy.
touched. Daniel Cooper, Geronde Swint was a carrier. Never touched all the way around the left side and could have walked it in from the 15 on. And Manatee just give the Cowboys credit up front. A good job blocking and opened up the hole and off to the races he went.
It looked like we were a little late even lining up, and you know, it shows. And they went to the side that Ron Harley's trying to get to and line up correctly, and you know, it's open.
Wait for the point after, and the snap. The hold is good, and the kick is good. And it'll make it 7-0 Cowboys with 9:46 to go in the first quarter. And General, all I can say about that is they came out ready to move the football. Manatee, you know, and by the way, we came with the same scenario last year, down 7-0 early.
Yeah, well, and listen, we talked about this in the podcast. I know we had some technical difficulty, but the problem with this offense, and during the week of preparation, you really can't simulate this type of offense.
No.
And so it's going to take a couple series to really get how quickly they move, they pull their guards, the motion they do. So you can't simulate this on a scout team offense because they don't run this. I mean, there's very few teams in the state nowadays that run a double wing like this. So it's going to take us a little bit to get involved, especially the secondary. I thought that Mike Oliver may have had a chance to come down and make a play there, but he's also worried about that pop pass and going big. So it's going to take a little bit, I think, for us to adjust to it. But offensively now we got to get the ball and move some here and get our defense in a better field position.
Spencer Ridgers on to do the kicking duties for the Cowboys, who lead 7-0 here, 9:46 to go in the first quarter, and he'll put his right foot into it, a low line drive that is back into the end zone, and the Canes will take over on their own 20. So let's see if the Hurricanes, last time was 3 and out, and Eddie, they just, I think they were starting to feel themselves out a little bit. They had some open guys. Let's not get too panicky early on. They'll make some offense but the problem is our running game over the last couple of games.
Well, we need that kickoff as an offensive play, right? It looks like right now it could help us.
It's going to be hard to get it with that wind at his back. He's got a good leg. We flip him the other way, and hopefully we don't see him kick off again. This time they'll pitch right to Tyson Phelps. Got a little running room across the 20 to the 25. And we get out to the 26, a 6-yard pickup on first down off the right side goes Tyson Phelps. It's just a pitch right, and he took it and ran.
Yeah, nice little bunch set up there. Trips bunch and get our guys out there and block on the perimeter and had some success there. I would see probably some perimeter stuff. Their D-line's pretty stout up the middle, so we'll see if we can get some more perimeter run.
Second down and 4. Tyson Phelps behind Jace Brzezowski, our quarterback. He will hand off, and this time he'll lose as they got blown up front. That was big. Jacob McKinney comes in and makes a stop. Jacob McKinney has got 2 sacks on the year, but he's a senior, 6'2", 260, and he just reestablished that line in a hurry. So a loss of 3.
Yeah, 3 there. And it looked like we pulled a guard, and McKinney just followed the guard pulling. We didn't get to seal the gap there, and he just followed the guard right to the play and made the tackle in the backfield.
So good back to 3rd and 7. This time Brzezowski, he's going to be under pressure. He's going to get rid of it. He's got a man open. That's going to be – should have been a shot to the head right there.
That should be targeted. That was a clear targeting.
Jamal Barnes with the catch, but that shot was to the head, and it's hard for me to believe that we did not get that call.
Yeah, for us to not – I mean, that's kind of crazy for them not to call that. I mean, that was wide open in the field.
Especially considering how you protect guys nowadays.
Absolutely.
So, anyways, 1st and 10 is the result of the play. A nice pitch and catch there. Barnes on the receiving end of that. Brzezowski will have Phelps in the backfield with him again. They will fake the handoff. He'll keep it himself, and he's going to turn it upfield. Make something out of nothing. Had a guy had him sealed off. He cut back to his left and managed to pick up 4 yards on the play. Good job by Jace Brzezowski on that one.
A good effort on the end there. He picked up a little bit more yardage.
Yeah, I mean, if he can give us 5 yards, 4 or 5 yards a pop on his run game, that's doing pretty well.
Second down and 5. It'll be Phelps in the backfield again, and this time he'll fake it. He's going to pull it, throw. He's got Iron Jackson enough for the first down and more. He's across midfield, and he'll get down to the 48-yard line, an 18-yard pickup, and just a quick little slant to the inside.
Now we got a few things clicking. We get some more confidence.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we got some guys open. If we can get them there and catch the ball and get some yards after reception, we'll be all right.
1st and 10, Hurricanes in Cowboy territory. This time he'll fake it. He'll fire again. This ball was tipped this time at the line of scrimmage. It was McKinney who got a hand on it and deflected. He did have Iron Jackson open, and that was his intended receiver, but the ball got deflected.
And those tip balls can be scary.
Absolutely. They can result in an interception, of course. And a little bit of RPO there, a little run-pass option, and he's reading the safety. Is the safety going to collapse down on Iron there? If not, give him the ball.
So 2nd down and 10. Ball at the Cowboy 48. We'll go empty backfield this time. 3 left, 2 to the right. Brzezowski fires it quickly to Iron Jackson. He's got about an 8-yard pickup, maybe 9. Let's see where they're going to put this ball. It's going to be
maybe a first down.
And they are going to give him the first down. I didn't think he got to that mark, but hey, we'll take it and keep it moving along. 1st down and 10, Hurricanes.
It was a better catch than it was a throw. He made a great catch going down.
Yeah, it was a good job of securing that football. This time an empty backfield again. Canes in the hurry-up offense. 3 receivers to the right. He dropped back. He'll fire again. This time incomplete. He looked in the direction of Jaden Corbett, but I think it was initially intended for Barnes, really.
Yeah, and it just didn't get his head around quick enough to look. And Barnes, this is the first time he's really playing. I mean, he's a sophomore getting moved up, and first time he's really getting some game action with varsity. Just got to get your head around quicker because Jace is going to make the right decision. He has the past 3 or 4 games, and he's going to get the ball out quick.
So he'll check out. Jamil Williams would check in place of Barnes. 2 backs in the backfield, 1 on either side. This time he'll send Jamil in motion. Jamil into flat. He fakes it. He's got to tuck it. He looked for him initially, and the defender collapsed on Jamil Williams in the flat. So actually a good job of tucking it. I don't, if he does throw it, he's got to throw it over his head.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only option he had over there.
I think he was thinking that Jamil was going to start running the wheel a little bit up the sideline, and he was going to float it, but Jamil kind of stopped in the route.
Little confusion on the last 2 plays, and they'll stop the clock briefly while they get the football off the field there. Officials get set. Now we go back to action. 2 receivers in the backfield, 3rd down and 13. Send Tyson Phelps in motion this time. Now Tyson looking, and he's going to throw down the field. He's got a man open. It's overthrown. It was intended for Jaleel Duncan. He was there. We had 2 receivers in the same general area, but he had an open man.
Looks like they got kind of tangled up there in the route there, but he did have Jaleel open and just oversailed them a little bit. And we like to run that running back out of the backfield there, and it gets that outside linebacker to push out there and open up some gaps. Hopefully we can take advantage of that as we move forward.
But having 2 receivers in the same area, they were trying to cover him. That left one man wide open.
Yeah.
We just didn't get him the ball.
So the Hurricane drive stalls in Cowboy territory. He'll bring on Nick Bigelow to do the punting. He'll stand at the Hurricane 45. Here's the snap, a good snap, and Nick gets the punt off a high hanging punt that will land and get a favorable roll inside the 10 to the 7-yard line, it appears. They'll see where they put it. It'll be the 6 or the 7, but a great punt to pin them inside the 10-yard line.
Dan, did you see how high?
Great punt. I mean, he got it up there.
No pressure on him there, and great job by Bigelow. Bigelow does, I mean, I can't say enough about his kicking, and now we flip the field position. Hopefully defense can stop here and get the ball back.
Yep. Well, we've got a break on the field with a water break. We'll take a quick time out. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Chad.
Yeah, I know you have a lot of choices out there for legal help for your injuries. So why choose our firm?
We represent and meet with our clients personally.
And we will come to you whenever you need us. Our offices and our homes are right here in your community. So every dollar we earn stays right here. Don't just take my word for it. See what our clients have to say in their hundreds of 5-star online reviews. Carl Reynolds Law, because injuries are personal. Visit us at injuriesarepersonal.com.
We're back here at Joe Canaan Field at Hawkins Stadium. The Canes trail 7-0 to the Cowboys. 6:08 to go in the first quarter. Nick Bigelow just came on in a tremendous punt to pin the ball inside the Cowboys' 10-yard line. He'll start at the 8. 1st and 10 Cowboys. They will hand off on a little scissors play, running room up the middle, and a lot of running room. It's off to the races goes Dudley. He's going to be taken down at midfield. Plenty of room. Geronde Swint again. Manatee just getting caught in a gap, and I mean, they run that one off 43 yards and immediately go from back in their deep in their own territory into Manatee territory.
Yeah, same play they ran for the touchdown, I believe.
Yeah, little counter stuff, little mixing it up there, and you know the defense again. It's the second series. It's going to take a little bit to get used to it.
Well, a lot of this is coming down to your safety. Your safety has to be in the right position, and that's kind of what's opening that up. First down and 10. They'll hand off interior, and this time it's going to be Roshan Dudley on the carry, and he gets about 1.5 yards. We'll give him 2.
You know, Danny, the good news was our players didn't quit. They caught him from behind. He was fast.
Yeah, Manatee's making a couple adjustments now. We're going to send Tyreek Allen back there to the free safety position.
Probably a good idea there.
I agree. You got to make some adjustments somewhere, and that's the first one of the night for the Hurricanes. Second down, they're going to run it again. It'll be Swift off the left side, and this time we've got a flag. I think it's going to be a hold. We'll bring that one back and back them up.
Even if there wasn't a hold there, though, good job by Tariq there at the free safety, filling the gap, and really it's called the alley. So you got a force player on the outside, making that guy turn back in. Inside outs and linebackers, and he's fitting that alley in between those two, and he's doing a much better job being more physical than Oliver has been past couple plays here, but holding on the Cowboys.
All right, here's the plus side about the hold. The hold was thrown at the original line of scrimmage, so that was 2 yards behind where the line of scrimmage was, so we're going to go back. They're going back. It's really a 12-yard penalty.
Losing back to their own territory, doesn't it? Move the ball back. Yep.
Second down and 20. This time they will go out of the gun. Devon Wells, the quarterback, takes the snap. He'll hand off the interior. This time they reestablish. He had a great penetration there. Devon Stewart does a great job of getting to the backside and took him down. He almost got there before the handoff got there.
He did.
He caught
Unblocked
the runner
guy
from behind.
Yeah, unblocked guy. Typically when you do those kind of zone read stuff, you're leaving one guy unblocked. It's typically the backside there. And Devon Stewart, young guy, junior, he's got a lot of speed off the edge and got back there. And now you put the defense exactly where you want, 3rd and long.
Yeah, this one will be 3rd down and 23. Devon Wells, not known for his passing, will roll right. He's looking. He'll throw to the out man. It's incomplete, in and out of the hands, right through his hands. Not something they do well, and that'll bring on the punting unit. A great job by the defense after the first play from line of scrimmage.
Yeah, after the first play, obviously, and again, we made the tweak right away and put Tariq Allen back there at the free safety spot. And I know we had the holding, but even if we didn't have the holding, you know, if those plays continue to progress like they weren't going to make the first down anyways.
Spencer Richards will come on to do the punting duties for the Cowboys. Manatee will send back Iron Jackson and Jaleel Duncan. They will stand at the Manatee 25-yard line. Richards from his own 25 with the wind behind him. Gets the punt off, a low liner that Duncan will come up and take. He'll got it at the 28, across the 30 to the 40, and out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Be a 14-yard return, and a very good return with a guy breathing down his throat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Great job, even catching the ball, to be honest with you. And the big thing that Coach Sauter always talks about is to catch that ball on the punt return. That way they don't get the bounce and get an extra 10 to 15 yards on that roll. So good job there by Duncan to really flip that field position right there.
We had a ref get wiped out like we did last week, but this one got out and went back at it.
That's good.
I'll tell you what, he went down and we got even a better spot. They moved the ball all the way out to the Manatee 45-yard line. So first down and 10 Hurricanes from their own 45, 3:52 to go. First quarter, Canes trail 7-0. Tyson Phelps goes in motion. They will hand off to the back, and he's got nowhere to go. That was John Walker who blew up Kewan Hawthorne. I mean, he just rolled right through him.
Yeah, that wasn't really going anywhere from the very beginning. And we got to get more stout there on the interior run. Obviously, we had some little success on the perimeter. Maybe we go back to some of that perimeter run, but we've got to start running the ball in between the tackles better.
Loss of 4 on the play will set up a second down and 14. Jace sends Jameel Williams in motion. They come with a blitz this time. Jace is trying to get away. He's flushed out, and he's going to lose the football. It's out, and it's going to be recovered by the Cowboys. Failed to secure the football as he got hit from behind, and again, just way too much pressure. They shot that straight up the middle and flushed him out, and now the Cowboys will start in Manatee territory at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, brought a blitz there, more guys than we can block, and Jace tried to move out as quickly as possible, but backside backside defensive end ended up wrapping around and causing that fumble from the backside.
There's a simple way to stop that right now, and that's going to be you're going to have to go with a hard count and go on 2. We're going on the same count every time, and they have sniffed it out already early.
Quick passes, get the ball in your hand quick.
So first and 10. Cowboys at the Manatee 35-yard line, 3:10 to go first quarter. Cowboys lead 7-0. Devon Wells, the quarterback for the Cowboys, will take the snap. He'll hand off, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield as Swift. He is taken down by DeAndre Higdon, and I'll be honest with you, that was actually the guy was moving towards the line of scrimmage before the snap went.
Yeah, the H-back there was as he was going to his left was absolutely moving towards the line of scrimmage. And last time I checked, we're not in Canada.
Right.
They did a play like that earlier. They did the same thing earlier too.
Second down and 10 for the Cowboys at the Manatee 37-yard line. He'll hand off. He'll fake it. Devon Wells will keep it himself. He's going to bounce to the outside. He's got some running room as he gets by the first guy, gets the first down and more. That time Manatee they just got pinned to the inside, opened up the outside for Wells as he managed to bounce. And once he got around that left edge, he had plenty of running room before finally being stopped.
He's quick.
Yeah, he can scoot. And he's one of their leading rushers, and he'll actually go out and wide receiver a little bit too and catch balls, and probably their overall best athlete on the team.
And on that fumble, it looked to me like Jace was trying to bring the ball out to throw it and get rid of it. It's caused the fumble.
This time, Devon Wells will go under center. First down and 10 at the Manatee 21-yard line. He will hand off to McGee coming around the right side. McGee sidesteps another guy and, again, manages to pick up a tough 8 yards. But Manatee's got defenders there. They're just getting pushed backwards right now as opposed to reestablishing that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, no, you hit that. The biggest part about the double wing is you've got to put the line of scrimmage back into their backfield, and you got to penetrate. And we're just not doing that right now.
Did it a couple plays in a row, and then all of a sudden now we're not having any success getting there.
They had about half their team downfield blocking too on that last play.
So they'll give him 7 actually on that play. Second down and 3. Wells will fumble the snap, and the ball's loose, and I believe the Cowboys pounce on. Manatee's pointing, it's our ball, and it is. It's Nathan Hyman who comes up with the fumble. And
huge.
There's a huge turnover that we needed to stop that flow of momentum.
Absolutely huge. And you know, sometimes in this offense when you're doing some of those motion stuff and things like that, the ball can get confused. And great job there for us to pounce on that, Nathan Hyman. Hyman, we've talked about him throughout the season, and his progression has been huge. And great job there. And now the offense gets the ball, and let's see what we can do here.
And you certainly don't want to be down 2 scores either. So
now 1:17 to go in the first quarter. Cowboys lead 7-0. Manatee will start at their own 19-yard line. Tyson Phelps in the backfield. And again, we have not mentioned Napoleon Ayers. He is out tonight. It'll be a handoff to the interior to Phelps. He had a little bit of running room before he ran to the backside of his own running back, who really was into the H-back spot. He couldn't get out of his way. We'll pick up 1.
It looked like he was going left, and then he thought he could get behind some blockers, and he quits back going right, and he just got stopped.
2nd down and 9. This time we will go with Phelps off to the left of Jace. Now he's going to move him back over to the right side. We'll have 3 receivers left, 1 to the right.
We get Corbett in this game.
Bring Iron Jackson in motion. They will give it to him on the jet sweep. He's trying to find a little bit of running room. He does for about 3 yards. We'll set up a 3rd down and 5. Be 3rd and 5, 38 seconds. We got to run 1 more based on the play clock.
Yeah, but again, perimeter run game is is something we may need to start doing a little bit more here as we get going through the game.
So on 3rd and 5, 3 receivers to Jace's left. And I believe they drew him off. That time he went with a hard count. We get an easy 5, so this is going to be close. It's going to be a measurement situation.
Are we connected to Coach Green's headset?
We need to be.
We're going to be a 3 inches short.
Just a hair shy, Gene says. He's right down there on it. And, Gene, about time we go with a hard count.
Yeah, definitely. I think we can do that a couple more times. That'll slow him down a little bit. But now the clock will run out.
Yeah, I wouldn't even run a play here. It's under 10 seconds, and Manatee will not run a play. So at the end of 1 period, it'll be Osceola Cowboys 7, Manatee nothing. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
We'd like to thank our media booth food sponsor tonight, Danny's Pizzeria. You're in the mood for pizza, go visit Danny's Pizzeria.
Oh, no question.
Welcome everyone back to Joe Cannan Field at Hawkins Stadium. We've completed 1 quarter of football here tonight. Osceola leads 7-0, and now the Hurricanes will come in with a 3rd down and very, very short. Now, we were talking during the break, Chad. I don't agree with being in the gun. I don't like being in the gun. Go up under center and just push it forward.
Yeah, you need 3 to 6 inches here. Get under center. Quarterback sneak it. Get the 1st down. Let's get the chains moving.
Worst case scenario, you start in the gun, then you run up under center. So let's see what they do, see if they won't try and come with something different. And he will come under center on this one. Brzezowski trying to pick up a half a yard, and he's submarine low. It's going to be close. It's all going to be on a spot.
Left foot or right foot spot here. It looks like
regardless, we got it. They got to get to the just barely. They got the 1st down.
Yep.
Gene's down there close. What do you say, Gene?
Yeah, it's a 1st down. They've already called it. His feet slipped a little bit, so I think we got a good spot on that. You know, we always give our referees a hard time that when we don't think they gave it to us. That one, I believe they gave us a good spot.
1st and 10, Hurricanes at their own 25. 2 backs in the backfield. Brzezowski takes a drop. He's going to look. He's throwing into double coverage. A bad decision as he tries to go to Jaden Corbett. Not the choice. The man should have been Jaleel Duncan down the seam.
Oh, just wide open. Jaleel Duncan wide open. And I know Corbett's been your guy. Corbett's been your guy for a couple games. He's had almost 200 yards of reception, last week, 4 touchdowns. But Jaleel Duncan wide open.
I'll be honest with you. I go back and run it again. It's a mismatch.
Agreed.
He is going up against a linebacker. He's got him beat all day.
And they watch film. They're going to double team. They're going to stack. They're going to bracket not only Corbett but also Iron. And so that's going to leave Duncan one-on-one.
Well, the sad thing about it is you threw to a guy. He didn't pick up the fact that they were in double coverage.
He picked him out to throw to before he broke the huddle.
Second down, we do have a stoppage in play there as a referees blew the whistle.
I don't see a flag.
I don't either.
Whistle on the field.
I'm not sure what the discussion is. Maybe it's about one of the guys not being on the line of scrimmage. I don't know. Why would you tell him beforehand? I mean,
yeah, I don't know what that was.
no idea what we got. Regardless, wipe it out like it didn't happen. Here we go. Second down at 10, 11:40 to go in the first half. Hurricanes at their own 25-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. He will hand off to Jameel Williams, who has nothing. He's stopped in the backfield, a loss on the play. A loss of 1, and again, the offensive line is having a difficult time holding out their front 4.
Yeah, we knew. I mean, talking to Coach Shakir this week, their defensive line has always been good for years and years and years. Even when I played in 02, they had a good defensive line.
They're big, too.
Third down and 11. Jace drops back. He fires. He's got a man open. It's Jaden Corbett. He's going to be run out of bounds just shy of the first down. Well, actually, he's going to get him across it.
He's going to get it.
Yes, he did. And 11. He needed 11. He got 11. You know what I like about that play is, and Jace has done a very good job of this so far through the year and gotten better as the year's gone along, but he throws the ball before they come out of the break.
No question.
A defender has no chance.
Yeah, no question. Other than the pass at Braden River, the pick 6, he's done a heck of a job.
First down and 10. Brzezowski will pitch it back this time to Jameel Williams off the left. He's trying to find some running room, and he fights his way for maybe a pickup of 2, possibly 3 yards. And pretty good for nothing. I give the Cowboys credit defensively for stringing that out, but a good job of Jameel Williams to find some running room off that left side.
I think the perimeter run game is where we need to continue to go. It's where we're finding a little bit of success. I know 3 yards may not be a big deal, but that's better than 0.
They're just too big up there in the front, I think, and too good. I agree.
Second down and 7. Manatee at their own 37-yard line. Maybe the 38. We'll call 37 here. Second down at 7. He will fake the handoff. He's going to roll left. He's got a man open. That's going to be Tyson Phelps to the 45 across midfield to the 49-yard line. Very good job of selling the interior, 14-yard pickup and a first down for Manatee into Cowboy territory.
And he had a blocker there on the inside, but he chose to keep running outside.
Yeah, great job there by Jason. What I love about I'm seeing from Jace is a command of the offense right now. He gets the call from Coach Green on the side. He's telling everybody where to line up. He knows where everyone's supposed to line up, and it just seems like he's got a really good command of the offense.
And by golly, he's only a sophomore.
That's right.
First down and 10. He will hand off straight up the middle. Phelps finds some running room across the 45 all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Did he make it?
9-yard pickup.
Pretty close.
Second down and 1, and a good job. And I know some people are sitting at home maybe going, well, where's Napoleon Harris? I mentioned it earlier that he was out tonight. He's twisted his ankle. I think it's more of a high ankle sprain than anything else.
It's not the knee, thank goodness.
Which was a great news that we got. Second down and 1. It's going to be Phelps off the left side. He's going to stiff arm a guy. He's going to fight forward, still falling forward to get the first down. It was close. Got wrapped up at the line, but tried to push the guy off and fell forward for the first down.
And if he breaks away there, he's gone.
Yeah.
The drive continues for the Hurricanes. They get 9:45 and counting in the first half. Ball at the Cowboy 38-yard line. Jameel Williams will check in. Tyson Phelps will go out. Manatee will go with Jameel Williams off the right of Jace Brzezowski. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. He will hand off to Jameel Williams. He will just get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You know, I know sometimes it seems like, oh, you're running up the middle, you're not really getting anything, but you still got to keep the defense honest, and you still got to keep, hopefully maybe they bring that safety in because we continue to run the ball at the middle, and that's when something's open downfield.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, you get them to pinch in, then finally the outside, the exterior is going to, the perimeter is going to open up for you, especially something down the field. But they're playing in a cover 2 defense now, so second down and 10. Jace looks. He's going to fire deep. He's got Jaden Corbett well overthrown this time, and a little bit of contact, but also in double coverage. So they're trying to take Corbett out of this game, and here's what you do. You continue to stretch him, and I think we got a flag on the far side. And I don't know.
I do see some on the far side. Looks like they're pointing towards Osceola.
Could be a hold.
Side.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a hold, not against Corbett, but against the other receiver.
So it kind of slowed him down coming out of there, yeah.
Flag on the play.
But what I was going back to what I was saying, you continue to stretch the field with him. If they're going to double cover him, what it's doing is open the middle part of the field.
Absolutely.
So you can come out, drag Iron Jackson across the middle. There's a lot of guys. So that'll be holding on the Cowboys, which will move the ball out. Should be enough for the first down since we started it.
I think the hold was on Corbin. He didn't do it, but he was held.
It should be a first down. I don't know what we're holding up on. Yeah, there they go. Trying to get. There we go. I was going to say, if you had second and 10, you got to go first and 10. So. Simple math. Our guys were struggling.
Go.
Yes.
1 and 2.
Ball at the Cowboy 28. Brzezowski takes a snap, throws it out in the flat, in and out of the hands of Jaden Corbett, the intended receiver, around the 21-yard line.
Looked like Corbett ran about an 8-yard route, and Jace threw about a 7-yard route.
Yep.
So just a little miscommunication there. But again, quick balls, quick throwing out there. That's what's gonna have that corner start coming in some. And they really can't bracket and double team somebody with those quick throws like that.
If the offensive line can make a block, one block, and we pick the right hole, we're going to have running room. We're spreading them out pretty good. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left here. They'll hand off to Phelps up the middle. He finds some running room. He's going to get 4 before he finally stopped. Set up a third down and 6.
Though, you know it, Danny.
It was close.
That one, if that tackle doesn't happen there, he gets the first down for sure.
That linebacker got him. If the linebacker doesn't grab him, he's gone.
Ball be set down on the 26-yard line.
Big third down here.
In Cowboy territory. A lot of changing of players here. We got a lot of people checking in, checking out. Jamil Williams will come in. Manatee will send 2 receivers to the right, 2 backs in the backfield. Max protection here. Brzezowski takes a snap. He's going to throw towards the end zone, and he's got a man in and out of his hands. It was perfectly thrown. You could not have asked for a better pass at the pylon, and I believe that's Jaleel Duncan. Yes, it was.
Yeah, great pass there, great touch.
Wow, he thought he had it.
And we're right here around field goal position, to be honest with you, with Axel's foot. And I don't know if he'll end up going for it or not, but that's the play you want, though. Good read there by, especially 2 high safeties. Corner out's what you want.
This will be a 43-yard field goal attempt, and they're going to go for it.
Watch a hard count, maybe jump.
Yeah, if you get them off sides, they'll get them a little bit closer. You can find a lot more things to do. So Canes again, 2 receivers to the right. Brzezowski takes a snap. Under pressure, he throws it out in the flat, incomplete. He had Jaden Corbett there. That would have got the first down, but it'll be a turnover on downs.
Looked like the ball came out of there weird out of his hand and just flew out wide right there to the cheerleaders.
Gene right down there on top of it. I don't know. Did that ball come out funny or he just missing?
Well, he's had several balls that he's kind of double gripped or slipped a little bit, so I just don't know if he's got that factor, in the wet factor yet. And maybe he's still a younger kid, so he's still not done growing. So maybe his hands get a little bit bigger as we get older.
Well, at halftime, find him a glove and let him throw with it on for a little bit, see if he likes that.
Tom Brady, Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Must be raining harder because whole
Cowboys will take over on their own 26-yard line, first down and 10, and we've got movement, and that's going to be against the Cowboys. Yep.
Yeah, the guard moved early there and caused us to jump, so that's fine.
Funny part about it is I think our guys thought we jumped off.
Yeah, I know. At first I did too.
Devon was upset. Devon was upset. He thought he jumped.
Yeah, the center kind of cocked the ball, and that's when our guy moved, and then the guard went.
That's an old trick you guys up there at center try to do, isn't it, Gene?
Cheaters.
Yeah, those centers, they're sneaky.
So first down and 15 now for the Cowboys. It will be a handoff the interior to Dudley, and this time he swallowed up Nathan Hyman and a host of other Hurricanes on top of that one.
they really haven't had much success interior running the ball, almost like us, and it's been more perimeter stuff that they've had some success, and that's a good job. I'll look for here. We haven't seen a pass yet. Brings up, 3rd and long here, and or 2nd and long. Watch a pass maybe, especially in this series.
Yeah, and it'll be 100% on Tyreek Allen at the free safety spot back there. He's got to watch and not bite on the fake.
Corners. And the corners.
Yep.
Corners got to stay on their guy and not get too caught up in the run game.
And the reason I say Tyreek, they like to throw the seam route here. If he doesn't bite on it, they're going to put it up for grabs, and I put my money on Tyreek to catch it. 2nd down and 15. Cowboys on the offensive side, and we've got a stoppage in play as the Cowboys will call timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
You know what they're talking about? Throw it back.
This is what I love, clean trucks and clean cars. That's what it's all about. Hi, I'm Zach Callis. I'm the owner of American Car Care Center, the friendliest car wash in Bradenton, Florida. We take pride at what we do here at American Car Care Center. Our employees treat your car like they would treat their own. They're here to make you happy, and our motto is, if you're not happy, tell us. If you're happy, tell a friend.
Well, with 7:01 to go here in the first half, the Canes trail 7-0. Osceola has the ball at their own 19-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down, and let's see, they're at the 19. Got to get all the way out to the 36, so it'll be 2nd and 17. Devon Wells, the quarterback for the Cowboys, goes under center. Brings a man in motion. He will hand off in the backfield. It'll be Swift, and Swift will just tiptoe his way for about 3 yards.
Good defense, guys.
Great penetration up there up the middle, and he really had nowhere to go. 2 unblocked guys, actually, back there to make the tackle.
Be 3rd down and about, let's call it 17.
I look for the pass
14,
here.
I'm sorry, 3rd down and 14. And, Gene, it looks like it's raining a little bit steadier now.
Yeah, it's raining hard enough to get the umbrella out, but the rain is coming straight down, so the wind is not playing a factor at all anymore.
All right, so 3rd down and 14 Cowboys on their own 21, 22-yard line. They will do this counter coming back this way. It's Swift. He found and missed a tackle. He's got running room. He misses another one and gets all the way across midfield, and we missed 3 opportunities to pick up 32 yards.
His tackle.
But should have been nothing, turned out into a huge play.
Should have been absolutely nothing. We did a great job. Looked like Shamar Williams set the edge. Hyman barely missing that tackle, going up too high on Swift. Swift's a good statue of a runner. You can't tackle him up high.
Now, we got a water break on the field. We're going to take a timeout. 6:10 to go in the first half. Cowboys lead 7-0. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Before the warning flags are launched, before the winds of change arrive, you must plan and prepare for what lies ahead. Your business and personal finances call for a trusted team to help you achieve your goals with numbers you can count on. Serving this region since 1954, CS&L CPAs provides accounting, tax, audit, and consulting services. Our mission is to understand your unique needs and create exceptional solutions. CS&L CPAs is a proud supporter of Manatee High School. Visit us online to find out more.
Back at Manatee High School in Joe Canaan Field at Hawkins Stadium, 7-0 Cowboys, 6:10 to go, and we have got a steady rain falling straight down now. 1st and 10 Cowboys at the Hurricane 45-yard line. Devon Wells takes the snap. He will hand off to Dwayne McGee, who battles to pick up maybe a yard and a half.
I keep looking for that pass.
Score update,
Chad.
by the way, 21-14. Venice is up
Really?
through the 2nd quarter over Cocoa.
Surprise, surprise. Palmetto leading big, 28-0 at the half over Southeast. I don't know what that high school score was up north of here, Ohio State versus Northwestern. We'll talk about that in a little bit. 2nd down and 8. They'll run the what I call the counter again off the left side, and again it's a 1st down. Geronde Swint, 12 yards, and we do not have an answer for that play.
We don't. We don't. Luckily, Tariq Allen made a great angle there and made the tackle there. But, yeah, we just, the counter's tough.
Is that an over pursuit?
Yeah. They're a little bit over pursuit. Guys unblocked, not getting where they should be.
It's really sort of a delay handoff is really what it is.
1st and 10, almost 5 minutes to go in the first half. 7-0 Cowboys. They'll hand off this time to McGee off the right, and this time the Hurricanes reestablish that line of scrimmage, a loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, again, a lot of their stuff has been the perimeter run game, and then that delay, that counter has really been where they've seen some success around the ball.
Ron Harley on the stop. 4:45 to go, first half of football. Tell you what, you're a trooper if you're sitting out there in this stuff with it, Raina.
Absolutely.
You're a Hurricane fan for sure.
No doubt.
John Wolf in the game at tight end down here.
2nd down. Cowboys bring a man in motion. They will hand off to McGee. McGee finds some running room before he's drugged down from behind. He'll get, let's give him almost back to the original line. Just
it's
shot.
Coming down harder for sure.
3rd and 11 now.
But you set a tight end up there, and it was Wolf 85 there, but he comes back and then he comes in motion. The defense is setting their strength to that tight end most likely, and then he comes in motion to the other side. That could cause some number issues for us.
Question is, what do you do? Oh, look at that. The band's finally coming out.
When it starts raining the hardest, the band shows up here.
They should be out here from start to finish, in my opinion. But 3rd and 11, Cowboys inside Hurricane territory. McGee in motion. Devon Wells rolls to his left and throws it back out to the right to McGee with plenty of running room. And that was a broken play that turned into positive yards. He's short of the first down. Absolutely 100% broken play.
100% broken play, and gains about 6 or 7 yards there. But, but look, heads up play there by Wells. He was trying to boot it out this way, and we had it there. Devon Stewart was the first one in his face, and he stops and kind of just throws it up there to McGee and positive yards.
3:32 to go first half. It's going to be a 4th down and a very long 4. Almost 5, and this rain is dropping
coming down.
straight
You
down.
stay dry down there, my friend.
This is the tropical storm rain right here.
4th down and 4. Wells under center, and we're going to have a timeout, and we're going to keep everything right here as the Cowboys take a timeout. We'll keep things here, and hey, listen, the weather's not going to be beautiful this weekend at all, so we're going to have a lot of rain tomorrow, a lot of wind. Stay indoors or still make your way out to the island and go to one of the 3 best waterfront dining locations, Sandbar, Beach House, or Mar Vista. Great interior. They've redone everything, remodeled it all. You can't ask for a better
beautiful
place.
Inside there. And, hey, watch the storm roll through and get yourself a margarita or something. And,
Hey, what better thing to do than to have a couple of adult beverages and sit back and watch the storm roll on by? What else are you going to do with your time?
Hey, Danny.
Yes, sir.
Are the stone crabs in yet?
Stone crabs are here. October 15th they open, and I can't wait to get on those things. Oof, little stone crab and some of that mustard. Oh, my goodness.
Sit there and just watch the storm surge go right by.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, they're going for the field goal here.
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
So they're going to set the ball down on the 33. It'll be a 43-yard attempt for Mr. Spencer Richards. His longest is 42 on the year, and I promise you it wasn't in this rain, but he's got the leg. Here's a snap, the hold to put it down. He's got the kick up, and it is on line, and it is good.
Wow. Good kick there by that
Yes,
kid.
it
You gotta
was.
give him all the effort. And I'll say this. Their offensive line does that set, and they put their hands down. Good job by us not jumping and giving the first down, but good kick there by Spencer.
More impressed that you get the good snap and the hold. I mean, that's a hard ball to hang on to in this rain. So, hey, let's catch up with a couple of our sponsors. Hey, if you're tired of the big bank buyouts, visit First Southern Bank for all your banking needs. First Southern Bank is a true community bank led by experienced neighborhood bankers that live and work in Manatee County. This full-service bank offers competitive commercial and consumer loans. That's First Southern Bank, located at 3103 Manatee Avenue West. Let First Southern Bank be your bank of choice. Also, Bose Imaging Center is dedicated to bring you the best in quality radiology imaging. The Bose family has been in the healthcare for more than 4 generations. With state-of-the-art facilities located in the heart of Bradenton and near all of our major medical locations. Bose Imaging Center, where quality and customer service is the standard. Tampa Bay Jaw and Facial Center of Bradenton is proud to support Manatee Hurricane football. Tampa Bay Jaw and Facial Surgery of Bradenton provides dental implants, wisdom teeth removal, with an experienced and certified staff. Contact Stephanie Zastro at Tampa Bay Jaw and Facial, 941-747-5597. Cowboys on to do the kickoff, leading 10-0, and they'll just pooch kick it over, and it's going to be taken and dropped in and out of an inexperienced return man, and I think the Cowboys got it.
Oh, not good.
They do.
Not good at all. I don't know who that was.
Jaleel Duncan.
Didn't play last week. Coming into tonight and just obviously some rust. Dropped a touchdown pass and
I was going to say he's having a bad night.
Yeah, I mean, as a returner, the biggest thing is keeping your elbows together so that ball doesn't go through, hit your chest and go through your arms. And at that point, he did not. Looked like he was kind of didn't really know what he was going to do.
Starts with a misread.
Yeah, didn't know if he was going to go up and get it or let it bounce. If you let it bounce, it's a live ball, so you got to go up and get it.
He misread that from the get-go. So this puts the Cowboys in great position, the 40-yard line of the Hurricanes with 3:23 to go in the first half and a chance to extend their lead. First down, they will hand it off on the jet sweep, and it's Geronde Swint who slips coming around the left side, but not before he picks up 3 on the play. Set up second down and 7.
He went down and didn't get touched.
Yeah, playing it with the inside foot.
Now the grass troll got him that time.
Yeah.
Slippery thing that troll is.
Yes, he is. He'll get you when you least expect it. Second down. This time they'll hand off to McGee off the right side. And Hurricanes in pursuit, and he just outruns a few defenders. I thought we were going to catch him there at the line of scrimmage, and he turned what was nothing into a 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, it looked like Eyes was there. It looked like a couple guys were there, and just kind of just out of our grasp there. But still brings up 3rd and short here.
3rd and short.
We get some penetration, set the line of scrimmage. Let's get out of here and make this miss happen. And
they'll get back within field goal again.
They're sitting pretty close to it with the kicker they have right now. 3rd down and a long 2. This time they'll hand off to Dudley. Dudley fights his way across. He loses the ball, a fumble. It's scooped up by Shamar Williams, and the Hurricanes will go on offense. A great strip. That might have been. Was it Higdon?
I think it was Higdon that made the strip. Shamar Williams with this little scoop here, and some of you guys may disagree with me with this, but defensive coach, that ball's on the ground like that. We're teaching scoop and score, and let's go make something, man.
And he handled it well.
We've been struggling anyways, and hey, you find anything you can to ignite your team. We need to go down the field here with 2:16 to go to at least get points on the board because we will be kicking the ball off to start the second half.
Positive thing is the balls should be dry, being on the sideline. We should have those things covered. And
if it's not, somebody's fired.
That was another big save right there, though.
First down and 10. They will hand off to that is Phelps, Tyson Phelps. Wasn't sure if it was 35 or 25 to start with, but that's Tyson Phelps on the carry. Set up a second down and 4 for the Hurricanes. They're at their own 42-yard line.
Got all 3 timeouts left.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. 1:45 to go first half. Canes not in too much of a hurry. Brzezowski will roll left. He's being pursued. He finally gets rid of the football. It is caught but out of bounds. That time it's Jaleel Duncan who catches it, but clearly out of bounds.
I thought he was going to get caught from behind there for a minute.
Yeah, so did I. It looked like Jace may have been caught up there from behind, but look, not a bad rolling to your left there, throwing a good pass. It just looked obviously too far outside. But at least we're moving towards that. At least we're not just trying to get out of the half here. And again,
can't even begin to tell you how happy I am to see us roll left and make that throw. So many times I see a left-handed quarterback roll right and throw against his body, which is the most difficult pass. It'll be 3rd down and 4, and I think the Hurricanes will take a timeout, and they do.
We need to get something out of this drive right here, though. Go into the locker room halftime with
Kissimmee gets the ball back, start the second half. So points would be huge for us.
I don't know, what break are we on there, James? Are we on break 11 or are we on 10? I have no idea where we're at. Break 11. Let's go ahead and take that break then. Let's hear from Brown & Sons. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC. Third down and 4. Manatee, 1:28 to go. First half, they'll fake the handoff to the interior. He's rolling back, he's trying to find his man open, and never had a chance. We did not pick up the block out there, and that ball will fall incomplete.
You know, and if you would have put just a little bit more air on there, it looks like your intended receiver there may have caught that and gone for a first down, but just a little short.
The hard part is the pressure that came off that side forced him to have to go too deep.
Yeah.
And when you get that deep, it's going to be hard to get enough on that football to get it up over the top. If he doesn't have to roll deep and go away from it, and he's rolling, parallel with the line of scrimmage, it's an easy toss, and he's got it. So the Canes come on with Nick Bigelow to do the punting. They have nobody back deep, so Nick can do what he wants. They're looking for a fake. He's not going to fake it. He's going to bang it with the wind behind it. It's going to fly and land at the 20. Decent roll inside to 15 down to the 12-yard line.
Nice punt.
Very nice punt, 47-yard punt, the longest of the year for Nick Bigelow.
Yeah, I mean, although no points there, obviously, coming off of the muffed kickoff return there, getting a turnover back helps us huge, not giving them more points, and now flipping the field a little bit here. Minute 10 left. Kissimmee's not typically a quick strike offense. They're going to try to run the ball a little bit, but they have not thrown the ball yet. They've only thrown the ball one time.
This is where you got to wonder when they do it.
This is where you got to watch out for it.
They've had some pretty quick strikes tonight, though. A couple of them, one for a touchdown and one for a big gain.
Well, exactly the kind of football game I thought we'd be in for here in a low-scoring duel. A couple of big plays for the Cowboys so far, and on first down, they will run the counter again. And again, we are twisted up, but Canes will stop him after a 7-yard pickup. Boy, that play is kind of getting us a little cross-eyed.
Yeah,
it's a good description, Danny.
Tough play to stop there, that counter, and you get a whole lot of motion going the one way, and then it's the delayed handoff coming back the other way, and you just got to play sound, fundamental football.
Second down and 3. We will be under 30 seconds when this snap goes here in the first half.
We don't want anything big to happen. We got to be very tight here.
Devon Williams will hand off to McGee off the right. McGee, we got flags everywhere. We've got flags on the far side, flags in the center. We got everything from motion is going to be my guess to a hold. We've got, I think, multiple things that took place here. 18.5 seconds to go in the first half.
And McGee, one of their big running backs, come up a little limp, and
the illegal shift is going to be the call.
My guess here with 18 seconds left, they'll run the ball interior and kind of take this to the half. They get the ball back, start in the second half, and up 10-0. My guess is they probably just do something simple here and end it.
Yeah, you make the long trip across I-4, and that always just wonderful traffic that you had to come in, and rainy, wet. You got a 10-0 lead against a very good Manatee Hurricane football team. I think you're happy with that too. It'll be a very simple play they're going to run right here as the clock has started. Will be under 10 seconds now. I'm not sure they're not even going to take the snap because they are set in a more of a victory formation here, and that'll be the end of the first half. And we will wait for Gene to catch up with Coach Shakir on the sidelines. He's there close to him right now. And Gene, take it away.
Coach, we know that playing the Cowboys the last 2 years in the playoffs coming in, we know what their offense is, but it's a hard offense to stop with the defense. Doesn't see it all the time, but the defense has done a decent job. Just got to get a little bit more offense.
Yeah, I think they've been defense been doing very well, especially for getting pinned back there one time, then not seeing the wing tee. Ain't no way to simulate that speed. Ain't no way, in that first drive, with wing tee team, just got to make it through the first drive, and we didn't. That's what hurt us more than anything else. So we just got to, the kids are calm and they're seeing it now, and we're playing a lot better. We just got to stay focused on it. And, we're getting them tired on defense, so we just got to execute. And I think we'll come on out here and be explosive in the second half.
We had some opportunities on offense, and it seems like that with Napoleon out, it's just a little bit slow tonight.
Yeah, it is. We got some guys banged up. So we got some kids play. They usually don't play that much, and that's just kind of what happened. So they got experience now. They got first half, so we just got to keep it going.
Yeah, all right, Coach. Hopefully this rain will go away.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you, Gene. You just heard from Gene Brown, the head coach, Yusef Shakir, and his comments on the first half. Canes trail 10-0 at the half. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the
islands of Anna Maria and Longboat Key are incredibly unique, just like the menus at our 3 world-class waterfront restaurants, such as the Mar Vista Dockside Restaurant, a surprisingly innovative menu featuring fresh seafood. Enjoy a timeless, laid-back atmosphere in a location like nowhere else. Come and experience an old Florida treasure. I'm Ed Chai, and I invite you to come and be our guest.
Manatee Memorial has always been there for Manatee County and allows our community to live better.
I was born in Manatee Memorial, so it's no exaggeration to say they've been there for me since the beginning.
You can't really think of our community without thinking of Manatee Memorial.
There's a certain tradition of quality that's always been a part of the hospital.
To me, it's a sense of community pride, a place where little and big miracles happen every day.
Our community would not be what it is today without Manatee Memorial.
They've shown over generations of care that they are great community partners.
I've always felt confident in the team at Manatee Memorial because of the longevity of many staff members and the obvious concern for the needs of their patients.
They really care about our community, and they've proven it year after year.
That's why Manatee Memorial is my hospital.
My hospital. My hospital. Manatee Memorial Hospital. Serving the community for over 60 years.
Legendary college basketball coach John Wooden said, a true test of a person's character is what that person does when no one is watching.
When we're not here at the office,
Or when we are here in the courtroom, personally representing clients.
you'll find us here.
And here.
You'll find us here.
If you need legal help, give us a call. Put our character to the test.
Carl Reynolds Law, because injuries are personal. Visit us at injuriesarepersonal.com.
It's an adventure. Celebrate adventures this summer in a new Ram truck from Perkins. Start your next adventure now during the big summer clearance event.
During the summer clearance event, you can drive a new Ram truck for as low as $279 a month. Yes, only $279 a month. Plus, act now and get up to 20% off MSRP on new Ram trucks.
Hurry into Perkins and save thousands during the summer clearance event. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it at Perkins.
You've never wanted things arranged. Before the winds of change arrive, you must plan and prepare for what lies ahead. Your business and personal finances call for a trusted team to help you achieve your goals with numbers you can count. Serving this region since 1954, CSCM CEOs provides accounting, claims, audit, and consulting services. Our mission is to understand your unique needs and create exceptional solutions. CSCM CEOs is a proud supporter of Manatee Industry. Visit us on They say life is better when you're running, where the only measure of time is the discipline of time and the sound of fishing, returning from a long day's work. That's where you'll find Swordfish Grill, nestled along the quiet Gulf Coast in Florida's oldest fishing village. This is a place to relax, to unwind, and enjoy freshly caught seafood. They say life's better on the water. We couldn't agree more. Swordfish Grill and Tiki Bar, located in Cortez, Florida's oldest fishing village.
Students, parents, and fans, the oral surgeons at Tampa Bay Jaw and Facial Surgery and Bradenton are pleased to support your high school. We are located less than 2 minutes away. We offer services such as the removal of wisdom teeth to the placement of dental implants to replace a missing tooth or to support a loose denture. So if you're ever in the need of an oral surgeon, think about our team. Go Hurricanes. Let's go. Let's go. Ready.
So many stations joining us around America watching events in high school. Sharing your thoughts with me, probably the biggest night of your coaching. Well, it's filled with excitement, you know.
Bradenton, Manatee, they are the Hurricanes. Manatee Hurricanes. Manatee Hurricanes. They are #1 in the nation. Manatee cruised to a 13-1 record, playing its last 5A state championship. For the 4th time in 10 years, has played the state championship.
Good tag, good quarterback. Joe Command, head coach.
Goodbye. It's a touchdown. 98 yards. Believe it. Lost it for points. It's a jump ball and it's picked off. Good block by Alexander into the end zone touchdown. Just stop sleeping.
Joe can end, and the Manatee Hurricanes will win their 5th state title.
How does it feel to be part of the team that's taking back the championship?
It feels great. I'm so happy for the team, players, coaches, fans, everyone. I'm so happy.
Did what we do. We did what we did. We do what Manatee does. This just into the newsroom. Hurricane Joe has now become an extreme hurricane at a Category 5. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with the latest details on who's going to feel the impacts from this storm.
Hi, I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with an update now on Hurricane Joe, a major Category 5 hurricane, and it's headed right toward Manatee. Everyone should take this storm seriously, especially visitors, as it's going to wipe out everything that gets in its way.
This just into the newsroom. Hurricane Joe has now become an extreme hurricane at a Category 5. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with the latest details on who's going to feel the impacts from the storm.
Hi, I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with an update now on Hurricane Joe, a major Category 5 hurricane, and it's headed right toward Manatee. Everyone should take this storm seriously, especially visitors, as it's going to wipe out everything that gets in its way.
Tried to ride out the storm.
In the long power flashes out there, the power is out.
There you go. I don't know if you can hear that wind howling before you. It's really starting to pick up here. We're still getting hammered here.
Winds have been picking up here.
This is very typical with severe weather. There was a mandatory evacuation.
We'll have a live report and tell you how bad we think it's going to get.
To the 45, the 40, to the 30. It's a touchdown for Lorenz Allen. Came on the left side, and they tried to get him the touchdown, and they get him the touchdown. AJ
Thank you so much.
What's so annoying though, there's some people coming here who'll take like 7 or 8 of them. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Like the guys from the chain gang come in here and go play.
I think that maybe some of those mishaps that we had, if we complete those and we finish some of those, it's a little bit different game. It's still 10-0 with a whole half to go. We're not out of this game. It's still a long way to play here, but we do have to stop the run game from Kissimmee Osceola.
Well, we trail in the turnover aspect 2-1, and that's another thing. We've got to create a turnover here. A team that runs the ball as much as they do, the opportunity is going to be there. Now, the one thing we've only seen is one pass out of Kissimmee. They're kind of lulling us to sleep. The opportunity is going to show itself. The question is, are we disciplined enough to stay where we're supposed to stay and come up with the big play? So right now, defensively for us, it's to stop that counter. The counter has been our Achilles heel.
That's what's really been the problem, is that delayed, and we'll see if we can get that. Hopefully, you get a chance to draw it up at halftime in some dry environment, really coach it up, and see if we can come back here in the second half and stop it, and hopefully offense gets clicking and we see a different performance here from the Hurricanes.
So here we go. Get ready for the second half of play. Axel Lafro will tee it up. The Canes will be going left to right on the dial. It's the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. Axel approaches the ball, puts his left foot into it, bangs it high and deep, and this will carry into the end zone in a touchback.
I mean, wet ball there crushes that kick, and again, that goes back to me. I'm trying that 43-yard field goal.
That right there is his 36th kickoff, 24 touchbacks on the year.
Huge advantage for us to have a kicker like that. And as Osceola comes on the field, we'll see what our defense can do here as the rain keeps coming.
How the rain is just at halftime, it was really coming down here hard. So we'll see how much of an effect it has on the field as far as slip-wise. Devon Wells, the quarterback for the Osceola Cowboys, will take controls. He'll go under center. Dudley directly behind him. They'll bring McGee in motion. McGee will get the handoff off the right side, sidesteps one or two guys, fights forward for about a 3-yard pickup. Pretty good job by the defense that time.
Yeah, not bad there. And again, I think most of their explosive plays running the ball has come from that counter. And that's a good job of stringing it, and safety, Tree Callan coming through and cleaning up the tackle there for only a gain of 2 or 3 yards.
Second down and 7. Cowboys on their own 23-yard line. They will come with the sweep to the left. This time it is Swint who carries it. He's going to be drugged down by Justin Porter. Maybe a gain of a yard. Good pursuit on the backside by Justin Porter.
Yeah, setting the edge on the perimeter, making that running back keep stringing it out to the sideline, allows the linebackers to go inside out and hopefully make that play.
So a third down and long situation. Canes defense. 4 men up front to walk up a fifth. Trying to stop this run here. They'll go inside to Dudley. He's got running room across. He's going to have enough for the first down, and this time they catch the Canes looking for going to the corners, and that time they just popped it interior and picked up enough for the first down.
Yeah, it looked like we had somebody there. I don't know exactly who it was, but just an arm tackle. Dudley's a big running back. He's not going to go down with an arm tackle, and we got to get our bodies, got to get our shoulders into the tackle to actually get him down.
Yeah, Roshan Dudley, not a small kid. He's a sophomore, 5'8", 215, and a huge 215.
Reminds me of our Kyrie Jones, who unfortunately is out.
Kind of looks like me. I'm not 215. This time they'll run it off the left side. It's Swint again, and he just is patient behind his blockers up front and turns what looked to be nothing of a small gain into a pickup of 7.
Real patient run there by Swint, and he's their big guy on the night tonight. That's 132 yards from him, and yeah, just real patient there to get to the edge. And we had guys there, just couldn't penetrate the line of scrimmage to actually stop his momentum.
The ground game is the game for the Cowboys, and they continue to chew up yards, but they cross their own 35 out to the 37. Second down, Wells barking out the signals, takes the snap, will hand off to Dudley up the middle, and it's going to be the initial contact is by Justin Porter. Porter was helped by Nathan Hyman and Ryan Ives to bring him down.
Yeah, a little trap player, maybe a little lead play there. And, trying to catch us maybe off guard, going up to behind the center now. Looks like maybe new court. No.
Little to nothing on that carry, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3. See if they don't come back and run the counter again. That's been their most success. Dudley directly behind. They will hand again to Swint, trying to get to the outside. Hurricanes get behind the line of scrimmage, and this time they stop him. Justin Porter on the stop.
Great job. Great penetration there first by Hyman. I don't know if we
Jordan
brought up
Alexis
this.
also, yeah.
Absolutely, Alexis, and then Porter to clean it up. Huge 3rd down there, stopped by the defense, making Kissimmee Osceola come out here and punt, hopefully. And we'll see if the offense can get the ball rolling here in the second half.
Big stop. And, Gene, we still got a good wind blowing out there, don't we? Gene didn't hear us. He's over there trying to get dialed in.
I can't really see the flags because of the
a little bit of a
moving.
glare on our window here, but Richard's on to do the punting from his own 23. Gets a low liner off that Iron Jackson will let hit. He'll scoop it up the 21. He spins out of one, still spins out another, losing ground, though, while he's trying to do it, and picks it up at the 21, ends up down at the 16-yard line, so loses 6.
And I know he loses 6 there, but if he doesn't field that ball
rolls.
Who knows where it's rolling. It could be rolling inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
Absolutely.
So although he loses 6, he at least maybe even gains us maybe 10, 15 yards.
A lot of that was the momentum of the football actually kind of took him back that direction as picked it up and unfortunately just couldn't get past the first guy. So the Canes will take over on their own 16-yard line, 8:15 to go in the 3rd quarter, 10-0 Osceola. Chase Brzezowski will start with Jameel Williams off to his right and Tyson Phelps off to his left. He'll have 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, and Jaden Corbett out to his left. Jace barks out. Now he looks back to the sidelines for Coach Green and the signal. Now he'll give the call to his offensive line and his backs. Takes the snap. He'll hand off to Phelps through the middle. Phelps got running room across the 35 to the 40 to the 45. Getting across midfield inside Cowboy territory and taken out at the 43-yard line of the Cowboys. 48-yard pickup.
Great play there, and what that was, 2 backs there. It looked like Jaleel was like his lead backer there, almost like a fullback back in the old days, and got his hat on the linebacker and allowed Phelps to make the move and go. Great job there. First real big interior run. I mean, maybe even almost all season.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's a big first down for the Hurricanes inside Cowboy territory. Oh, sorry about that, Eddie. You had to shut off while you were eating that ice cream over there.
That's okay, thanks.
First down and 10. Brzezowski now looks back again to Coach Green. He's going to signal. He's going to walk up, mark out this call to the offensive line. He takes a snap. He will hand off. No, he fakes a handoff and loses it. Fumble. Ball came loose. Still fighting for it, and it's Osceola with it going the other way. They blew it down, but it's not before the ball was scooped up by the Cowboys, I believe, but let's see what they do with this. I'm not real sure. When he was on the ground, he may have had it back into his hands. Nope, Cowboy football.
I thought it was a misread, to be honest, by Jace. I think he probably should have handed off there. And I know the ball. I know it's raining here, and it's obviously gonna be a wet ball, but they're not covering our slot receivers. Corners have an open look. Their shoulders are perpendicular to the line of scrimmage. I think we could probably do some quick passes there to the interior slot receivers, but defense got to come out now and make a big stop.
So we rip off a big play there, and Brzezowski fumbles, and
we got to stop.
Cowboys cover. Yeah, they recover. They start at their own 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Going right to left, 7:49 to go in the 3rd quarter. 10-0 Cowboys. Out of the gun, they will hand off to Swint. He finds some running room off the left guard and picks up 3. He'll get the ball right to midfield.
Yeah, Swint's got 135 yards and 11 carries, and that's their big guy to go to, and we gotta stop him from running the ball, and we did that first series there, and we'll see what we can do the rest of the way here.
We got to hold him to that 10.
2nd down and 7. Osceola on the move. Devon Wells takes a snap. He will hand off on the counter to McGee. McGee with a slips. He had some running room and a flag. I think it's going to be a hold on the Cowboys there. And I would certainly take that. I don't know why we moved the down marker. Leave the down marker where it is. We had a penalty there, and they bring it back.
He's the one that slipped down before.
Yeah.
He had running room.
He did. And one thing that I'm seeing, so, Porter has made some plays tonight, but when you're playing a team like this, when penetration is key, as linebackers, when you're scraping and moving with that running back, you don't want to take on a blocker. Porter seems to me sometimes he wants to take on the blocker instead of taking half the man and getting upfield. And even if you don't make the play, you may have to make that running back stop and plant and slow down.
Right. Well, that was the same problem we had earlier in the year, if you go back to it, and especially in the Palmetto game, we were doing that a lot. So it'll be 2nd down and 17. Devon Wells, the quarterback for the Cowboys, will hand off to Dudley. Start the middle. He's got running room. He's going to sidestep. When he gets by another Cane defender, slips and falls, and that's just kind of inexcusable as Jamal Jones came in. It wasn't Dudley. It was Jones on the carry, and plenty for the first down. 2nd and 17, and he rips off 20.
Yeah, fresh legs there, Move a little bit quicker than everybody else.
So they move the ball down to the Hurricane 38-yard line. J-Mo Jones. First down and 10, Cowboys. Wells takes a snap. He'll do the counter again. This time it's going to be Swint. Swint on the carry. I'm sorry, McGee. Thought it was 5, but it was 6.
I think we ought to put this counter in our offense.
Yeah.
McGee picks up 3. Listen, when you got an offensive line that is as big as they are, I mean, this is the kind of offense you design around in order to do these things.
No question. As long as they get a body on a body and you get that crease, that's all these running backs need in an offense like this.
Ryan Ives checks out on defense. 2nd down and 7 for Osceola. Again, this time they'll hand off to McGee off the right side. He's trying to find running room. It's going to be Tyreek Allen and Devin Stewart on the stop, but not before he picks up 5.
They owe us a turnover, We need a turnover right now.
3rd and short. See if the Canes can dial up something on defense here. I think it's 2-down territory for them regardless. On 3rd down, they will hand it straight up the middle, and the running back bounces it outside, and I believe he is going to have enough for the first down. Jones carries it out there again, and let's see what the white hat does. He's signaling first down it is, and the drive continues, and we're under the 5-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. We have a water break on the field. Osceola leads 10-0, 4:52 to go, 3rd quarter. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC. Back here at Joe Canaan Field at Hawkins Stadium, 4:52 to go in the 3rd quarter. 10-0, Osceola leads, and they are on the move as they are at the Manatee 27-yard line. First down and 10. We come out of the water break timeout.
We had a good chance to get back in this ball game when we fumbled. That was our opportunity to really.
Yeah, that was definitely one of them.
Plenty of game to go, and they just need to make a stop. First down and 10. That was movement before the snap. They got the back.
J-Mo Jones.
Yep. Jones got a little early start there. He was going to block, and now we got a flag late, and that's going to be a personal foul.
It is.
Looks like it's on them.
Yep.
Yep, I think so too. They threw it right at their feet.
We'll take 25.
Absolutely. Our defense has been bend but don't break. it seems, in the first half. So, other than one big play, but that wasn't from the red zone. So this would be a good time to stiffen up.
It's nice to see you finally figured out how to operate that umbrella you were struggling with over there.
Between the umbrella and the battery dilemma with the microphone, it's been a battle.
I'm proud of you, though.
But you overcame
I
and
did.
conquered.
There was adversity. I fought through it. I overcame.
That a baby.
Yeah, 25-yard penalty here. We'll take it.
That's huge. Move them all the way back to the 48 of the Hurricanes. First down and a long ways.
My guess is they're going to stick to their game plan. Continue to run the ball. It doesn't matter if it's 1st and 30.
Nah, I don't think it matters at all. I mean, they've ripped off a couple, 20, 25 yards, plus one longer than that earlier in the game, but clearly will not get out of their game plan. First down and 30. Be the handoff coming on the counter to the left, and that'll be Swint. Swint picks up 9, so we'll go to 2nd and 21, but I don't know what we're pointing at because we have a referee all the way back here. Could be a chop block. Oh, yeah, back them up on a chop block all day.
Yeah, can't go low when you're outside the box there, and that's a rule they put in there in high school. Again, player safety, you know.
It's a play you can do in Texas.
That is true. You can.
Really?
Yeah. Texas has not outlawed it.
Which is amazing to me. With all the safety you try to do, it amazes me that's not taken out.
Yeah.
So they started the drive, moved it all the way down to the Hurricane 28-yard line, and now they find themselves, and they being the Cowboys, find themselves on their own 37-yard line.
They're back about 13 yards from where they started the drive originally. Around midfield.
First down. You know, that's happened.
The only thing this is helping with for them is the clock.
Right.
4:15 to go, third quarter. Canes trail 10-0, and on first down and forever, they will hand off to McGee. McGee gets away from one guy, gets away from a second guy before finally being stacked up. The ball came loose. Manatee saying they got it. It is a fight for it. Let's see what we have. The referee's trying to unsort it, and Manatee has come out of there with the football. It's Hurricane football on the turnover.
Huge turnover.
It is.
I mean, realistically, you go back to the series that we got the fumble. That's a gain of 7.
Yes, we're right back where we were about 4 minutes ago.
I'd come right out and throw the football. That one play, you know, that they had what's name wide open down there.
Agree with you. I come out and go right for the jugular right here, see if we can get something, sneak past them.
Let's
Again,
see.
I think that the slot receivers are wide open. At least they have been.
How much Steve Spurrier is really in Jaquez Green? Let's find out.
Well, funny gun.
First down at 10. Hurricanes in Osceola territory at the 38-yard line. Brzezowski will fake the handoff. They drop the football and give it right back.
Goodness.
You've got to be kidding me.
Third turnover of the night for us, and second fumble there.
That's the difference in the ball game. The turnovers.
100%. And we really haven't seen it the past 2 or 3 games. Really turnover like this, and I don't know if it's Jace, you know, just miscommunication between the handoff. Is it the wet ball? Who knows?
That was just a sloppy handoff. It looked like to me.
Yeah.
Well, only they will know whether that ball was intended to go to the running back or not, because there clearly was a miscommunication on it, so we're not sure what was supposed to happen. You know what? The Hurricanes defense, they're fired up. Let's see if they can hold them right where they're at.
Ready to answer the bell here. Let's see what we do.
So after the turnover, Kissimmee Osceola will take over on their own 41. They will hand off, and running room it is, and that's going to be Swint. Plenty of running room off that right side, and pickup of 16. And just like that, they're in Manatee Hurricane territory.
They've really shut our offense down tonight, but we've shut our own self down with these turnovers,
Absolutely.
really. But they have shut us down for a team that's been so explosive in the last 3 or 4 weeks, too.
That's something we talked about with Coach Shakir in the podcast, that, you know, they've got 4 or 5 shutouts on defense. They've given up 38 points, 37 points over the whole season.
So far, this is the biggest test Osceola's had all year. First down and 10. They will fake the handoff. Wells will keep it himself, and he will lose yards. This time Manatee got in the backfield. It's going to be Porter and Hyman in there. They'll lose a yard on the play, set up second down and 11 at the Manatee 42-yard line.
You got to be careful, too, that you don't keep focused on trying to cause fumbles and then make missed tackles.
Yeah, you want to make sure you wrap up. Absolutely.
That's right. That turn into touchdowns.
3:15 to go, third quarter. 10-0 Kissimmee. Devon Wells under center. Will take it and hand off to the fullback Dudley going straight ahead, and Manatee wraps him up again. Ryan Ives and Nathan Hyman on the stop.
He didn't pick up much that time, did he?
No, he got back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be a third down and 10.
And I know we've only seen one pass, but again, this to me triggers right here, 3rd and 10, kind of rainy still. This triggers to me, get ready for a pass.
Well, I can tell you right now, if I'm yelling,
that myself when you said that.
Here's the thing: if I'm on defense, you know the quarterback's giving it because he is hurting. Look at him, he's limping. He's got a cramp, and he's trying to fight out of it. He cannot get rid of it. 3rd down and 10. Wells under center, takes a snap. He'll run the counter again. He's going to sidestep one. A good shoestring tackle right there. That is going to be Jordan Alexis on the big stop. A loss of 3. We got a penalty. That's going to be an illegal formation, illegal shift on the Cowboys. They'll decline that one. Will set up 4th down.
Great job by the defense there. Coming over, you get the turnover on downs there and the fumble recovery. Offense next play fumbles it. Defense came out ready to go and had some energy there. Great job by the defense to stop the Cowboys after a good first play of about a 20-yard gain there.
Spencer Richards will come on for the Cowboys to do the punting duties. 1:50 to go.
Let's run it back.
I don't know why the clock is running. It should have stopped on the penalty. It makes no sense.
This clock running people are every week.
Here's a high snap,
They moved.
and now they stop the clock. They moved, and we already lost about 20 seconds to begin with. What we need here is a bad snap. That would help us out tremendously.
We almost had one right there.
Well, I will say the last punt, we almost got to it.
Got close.
We really did get close, and I think that's why that right tackle there jumped, because he knows his guy's down there, and it's Jordan Alexis.
Jordan Alexis, he can't keep up with him off that corner.
So we'll see if we can get after it right here.
On 4th down, we got Jaleel Duncan. Iron Jackson back deep, standing at their own 15-yard line. Richards gets it. He gets the punt away and booms it down. It'll be kicks and rolls out of bounds around the 15-yard line. Let's see where they finally set it. They will put it right on the 15. So 1st and 10 Hurricanes set up shop at their own 15-yard line, and we'll take a well, now let's keep it here. We ain't got time to run out of this. We'll get all these breaks when we get down to the quarter. So
looked like we were trying to set up a return there. Didn't really go after it. And good angle kick, though by
squirrely
the
kick. Yeah. Come out of there kind of different instead of one that's directly to us with an opportunity. And
no chance to return.
I'm telling you, the middle of the field is still there. We just haven't attacked it all night. Let's see if we don't change a few things up. Jamal Barnes is in there in the slot. 3 receivers left. Brzezowski takes a snap, drops back. He's looking. He'll set up a screen underneath. It's going to be caught but immediately tackled. Tyson Phelps on it, but a good idea. I like the idea, but it just did not develop.
Yeah, Osceola did a good job there. Linebacker did a great job sniffing it out in the running back screen. And if he wasn't there, it was set up maybe for a pretty big gain there.
Pickup of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 9. 2 receivers left. 2 backs in the backfield with Brzezowski. Jakes looks over, gets the call. Barks out the signals, takes a snap, drops straight back, looks. He's going to fire deep. He's looking for Iron Jackson. He's got him there, and that's going to be a flag for pass interference. Great job. An underthrown ball that he tried to come back to, and he got hooked by the defender.
Yeah, I mean, and I know Kissimmee's fans are not liking that call, but as the ball was coming up short, you got to let the receiver come back and try to get it and make a play. And heads-up play by Iron to try to come back. He could have just ran and said, oh, it's a low, short ball. But for him coming back, that's what caused the flag there.
He was I tell you what, if he doesn't get hooked, I think he stays on his feet, gets back to the ball, and who knows what happens from
Absolutely.
there. He's got some pursuit coming. I don't think he makes it to the end zone, but he's going to get the ball down there pretty good. But it'll be 15 yards to pick up the first down here. Pass interference was the call. They were at the 16, man. If 16 plus 50 or 17 is where he got it, plus 15, put it to the 32. It's real easy math. Let's go.
15-yard penalty.
Math is my strong suit. We can move this a lot quicker.
First down, first and 10 Hurricane.
English, whole nother problem, though. First down and 10 Hurricanes, 24 seconds left, third quarter. Brzezowski drops back under pressure. He's going to flip it out deep to Jaleel Duncan, who's going to catch it but be out of bounds.
Looked like the ball came out a little duckish there. I mean, look almost like it's
The one thing I
don't
can
know.
say is he has continually had issues of throwing a wet ball. And I would have to suggest after this week of looking of trying to throw a football, dunk them in water, continue in practice, and maybe try a glove and see if that doesn't help a little bit. It may not. It may not
and
be
the glove nowadays are so tacky.
Right.
You know, and they got such good grip on it. Maybe that would help.
And again, I don't know how big his hands are, so that can create a problem too. But second down and 10. Jace will take the low snap, looking for time. He's going to tuck it, roll. He's going to throw it out. He's got Tyson Phelps there across the 40, across midfield to the 45, still in bounds before pushed out around the 44.
He got a good mark, though.
Yeah, they're going to step him out actually on the 45. I thought he got to the 44, but the spot will be set on the 45, first and 10, that 45 of the Cowboys. 6 seconds left in the third quarter. Manatee going to a passing attack right now. And again, if the offensive line could buy him just another half a second, we could make anything happen here. Jace takes a snap, drops back. He's got his man in the flat. He doesn't go to him. He throws to Iron Jackson, and it's incomplete, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. And so at the end of 3 quarters of play, Kissimmee Osceola leads 10-0. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Students, parents, and fans, the oral surgeons of Tampa Bay Jaw and Facial Surgery of Bradenton are pleased to support your high school. We are located less than 2 minutes away. We offer services such as the removal of wisdom teeth to the placement of dental implants to replace a missing tooth or to support a loose denture. So if you're ever in the need of an oral surgeon, think about our team. Go Hurricanes.
Shit. Derek.
Who had to come
Maurice
out?
has got to be
Maurice?
out one.
I saw the helmet come off.
He tried to sneak back in because of the.
Hey, no lead coming back. As soon as this is over, James, they're going to run a play here. I'll just have to catch up with late. We're over. Yep. Second down and 10. Brzezowski throws an interception at the 25, returned back out to the 32-yard line. So just as the Canes were trying to make something happen, they come up with an interception. Well underthrown that ball was.
Yeah, you know, we talk about it all the time with Coach Shakir about playing clean football, and we talk about it on the broadcast here. 4 turnovers now for us in this game, and that's the difference in the ball game. There's no question.
One thing is for certain, he seems to have difficulty throwing a wet football. Because last week, those balls are on the money. And again, it was still good coverage, though. I don't even know that it was the right guy to go to. First down and 10 It'll be Devin Wells will keep it himself, not much on the play.
And really, we've done a pretty good job on Wells. Wells is one of their leading rushers and reception guys, too, when he'll come out as a receiver. We've done a really good job of bottling him up so far this game. It's really been Swint who's done the most of the load for him.
The defense has been good tonight. It's just the offense.
Yeah.
We have no points, but we've held them.
2nd down and 9. Osceola on their own 33-yard line. Wells under center will take the snap. He'll give off to McGee off the left, cuts back to the center, finds running room, and gets it across for the 1st down. Needed 9, picked up 12.
Just over pursuit right there again by Hyman.
It'll be a 1st down and 10. Osceola on their own 47-yard line. 10:45 to go in this ball game. Osceola leads 10-0, and we've got a timeout on the field as Osceola will take a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout to hear from our sponsors. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
This isn't just any beach. This is where I grew up. The most beautiful beaches in the world. Incredible water and unbelievable sunsets, which you can experience every time you dine at one of our waterfront restaurants. Such as the Sandbar, where you can dine with your toes in the sand. Enjoy seafood from local waters and produce from our farms to your table. I'm Ed Childs, and I invite you to join me at the Sandbar.
Wow, they're for real.
We're back here at Joe Canam Field at Hawkins Stadium. 10:40 to go in our ball game. Kissimmee Osceola leads 10-0 after the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Got a little scoring update over there. Somebody just showed me IMG getting thumped.
Yeah, 35-7 by St. Francis, and St. Francis came down and beat
Hammered.
Venice pretty handily, and they're obviously for real.
They were the number 3 ranked team in the country. And for good reason, it appears.
Yep.
So 1st and 10. Devin Wells and the Kissimmee Osceola Cowboys take over. They will hand off to Swint straight up the middle. He's met immediately by Nathan Hyman, and they will blow him dead after about a half a yard. They'll end up calling it a 1-yard gain. But, boy, he got stuck right there at the line. Good job by Nathan Hyman.
Yeah, good job there by Hyman, and then holding him there as he's trying to run his feet. Both guys running their feet together there, and great job by Hyman to really hold him there for very little gain.
2nd down. Cowboys driving to try and put a statement in and nail in the coffin here. They'll hand off straight up the middle. This time he's hit by Hyman and Justin Porter, and Porter finishes him off. Gain of 2. I'll give him 3. Let's go 3rd down and 5 here. Very generous 3. 3rd and 5. The ball across midfield into Hurricane territory at the 48. This time Wells would go out of the gun. They've yet to throw the football. Well, they threw once, but that didn't count. And we've got movement. I think Manatee's going to call a timeout beforehand, and they do.
That's one you want back.
Hurricanes take a timeout, and we will take a timeout. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Every great team has a coach that leads them to victory. Offense, defense, special teams. The coaching staff knows that it takes a full team effort in order to be successful. At Williams Wealth Management Group, we help our clients implement their strategic plan. We take a 360-degree approach to help our clients meet their personal goals. My wife Helene and I are proud Manatee High School graduates, and we love our community that we're raising our family in. At Williams Wealth Management Group, our services are more than money.
Tampa Bay Jaw and Facial Surgery of Bradenton is proud to support the Manatee Hurricanes. Tampa Bay Jaw and Facial Surgery of Bradenton provides dental implants and wisdom teeth removal with an experienced and certified staff. Contact Stephanie Zastro of Tampa Bay Jaw and Facial Surgery at 941-747-5597. So with 9:16 to go in this ball game, Canes trail 10-0. Osceola will be looking at a 3rd down and 5 at the Manatee 48-yard line. Wells takes a snap. He'll hand off to McGee, trying to find running room. McGee getting close to the first down. He'll think he's got enough, and he does. And a late flag.
Looked like may have been holding back here at the back end by number 85, John Wolf.
We got a player down.
Oh, they're calling it on us.
Jordan. No, that's Alexis down, and that's not good.
No, he's been pretty darn good for us past several games.
See where this flag is. The question is it dead ball or is it live, and who's it against?
Looked like they're pointing it against us, but I just don't know what it was.
I thought it might have been a face mask at the very end of the play.
Well, that's not good. That's really going to move the ball down, depending on whether they go 5 or 15. But
big discussion going on out there.
That's going to be a 15 as a personal foul face mask. Well, that's going to move the ball down inside the 30-yard line. Set it on the Hurricane 27. So now things are going to get really, really difficult here.
That injury doesn't look good either over there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you can put weight on it. And the biggest thing, too, is obviously with them in the running game, you know, this is going to eat the clock, and the more they have the ball, the less time we have.
Cowboys will be at the Manatee 27-yard line, 1st down and 10. 9 minutes to go. Wells will hand off to Swint. Swint's got some running room off the left side, gets away from one tackle, gets away from a second before finally stopped by Michael Oliver, and pick up a 14 and another 1st down. This will move the ball down to the 14-yard line. 1st down and 10 at the Hurricane 14.
Need a turnover.
Yeah, touchdown is a huge obstacle to overcome here. And it's a bobbled snap, and he's finally going to be wrapped up and lost a big yardage. That ball almost popped out.
It did. It almost.
It floated up in the air for a second, and
that was very nearly the turnover Chad needed.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, Chad. I think at this point, 8:17 left, down 2 scores, you're going to have to start going for the ball.
Loss of it's like 9. Put the ball back on the 23-yard line. Devin Wells and his Cowboy offense trying to get deep. He's going to drop back from throw. He's looking, he's under pressure. Sidesteps one, still rolling, and he's got some running room ahead of him. He's down to the 20, to the 15, to the 14.
We missed him completely.
Completely missed him as Tyreek Allen really kind of came shooting at the ball. And
right, that's exactly what happened.
Still short of the 1st down, though, it looks like.
You know, it turned into backyard football there, scrambling around, but is anyone else as impressed as I am that they haven't thrown the ball since the 1st quarter and we had everybody covered like a blanket?
I agree with you there.
Ball inside the 10, that's down to the 9-yard line. 7:39. The only plus side of that play is the clock stopped.
We had him in a hole there. I thought we were going to throw him for a big loss.
Big 3rd down play here. Will hand off inside to Dudley. He's going to be stopped, not get even close to the 1st down, and it will set up a field goal situation here. An attempt that
anything can happen here with
keeps
a wet
the ball
ball
game. Still
and a snap here. Yeah. You know, bad snap, maybe over the head. Maybe we block it here, scoop and score it.
Still a 2-score opportunity with 7 minutes to go.
Positive vibes here.
I like it.
Put a little voodoo on him. Spencer Richards on to attempt a 26-yard field goal. Be off almost dead center of the field here. Here's a snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is, I don't know, barely inside the right side.
It looked like it was be pushed to the right.
Barely inside there, so that will extend the lead to, why is the clock still running? Hey, how about stop the clock? Every week we got a problem with this clock. I don't understand what these guys do. You got one job and one responsibility. It's like a kicker. Your job's to make the kicks. Your job's to stop and start a clock. It's not that hard.
I know it's 13-0.
Push a button.
I know it's 13-0, but in reality, we're gonna have to score two touchdowns to win the game. Even if it was 10-0, you're gonna have to score two or at least a touchdown.
That's a huge win for the defense.
Absolutely.
Scores.
Yeah.
Every week we see this, though. Every week we have this clock issue.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know if it's our clock. Maybe it's sticky.
No,
maybe it's shake
it ain't our clock.
No, if he just put down the spoon out of that milkshake, he might be able to.
That's the problem right there.
That or he's stopped texting people and watch the game. That's what he's doing. So the Hurricanes trail 13-0, 6:31 to go in our ball game. Hey, all we need is a little bit of Manatee magic here. Let's see if we can get a little something going. Just get on the board first. Can't win with 0 points, so let's see if we can burst the bubble. Haven't seen anybody win with 0 before.
Good return here. Maybe give the offense some momentum.
Well, if this kid gets a hold of it, we won't have an opportunity. He'll hit one in the end zone, and the other one will be short by 10 yards. And this one will be short. We got a return opportunity. Byron Jackson from the 4. Across the 10 to the 15, straight up the middle to the 20. Across the 30 to the 35 to the 41-yard line, and a good return straight up the middle. So far every week I can say we have dialed up the wedge, and our return game has been excellent.
It has been. We're going to break one yet, too, when we need it. When we really, really, really need it, in the Venice game, for example.
And that'll be next Friday night down at Venice for the district championship. Last time we checked, the Indians were leading
27-17.
Cocoa.
Yeah, 27-17, last score I saw.
Rather surprising to me. First down at 10.
Yeah, but knowing Venice, they probably imported
Chase
some players
will
for
hand
the
off
game.
to Phelps straight up the middle. Phelps still fighting forward for yards. He's going to get 7.
Tempo from our offense here.
Clock running, and the Canes hurry up and get to the line of scrimmage.
Come on, Corbett.
They're set quickly. Jace takes a snap. He'll hand off again to Phelps. He's got running room across midfield, across the 40, down inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
Big game.
Another first down to pick up a 22. That run right there is Tyson Phelps, just shy of his longest of the year. He's had 25 as his long of the year. So first down and 10, Hurricanes in Cowboy territory. It'll be another handoff, and this time Tyson slips and falls. And herein lies one of the dilemmas that we have. We've got Tyson Phelps, who runs the ball. He's been running well, but when you don't have Napoleon Harris at 100%, Jamil Williams is your only really secondary option.
You don't have that explosive runner.
Right. Empty backfield this time as Jace takes a snap. He's going to keep himself on a quarterback keeper right up the middle, and probably should have kept his feet a little longer. Might have got a few more yards.
He definitely should have.
32-yard line.
Right now we're spreading them out. It's leaving the middle wide open. So the question is going to be, will the middle linebacker stay where he's supposed to or not? Will it be open one more time on third down? Jace will try it again. This time he's caught. That time, that's the fault of the offensive line. He don't pick up the block in the center.
Yep. Yeah, no question. One-on-one block there, and we didn't pick it up. And now leaves us with a 4th and long here, and you got to go for it with 4 minutes left, and we've only got a couple timeouts left, and so we got to go for it here. Big play.
4th down and 9. 4:20 to go in the ball game. Jace takes a snap, drops back. He looks. He's under pressure, and he's going to go down on a sack, and that might go down for the ball game. And we got a lot of trouble over here. Iron, get off the field.
Stop.
That's going to be a problem.
Stop.
He's going to end up ejected, and there goes another
Certainly.
flag. That's
Yeah,
two.
He's long gone.
He's gone, and he's going to miss next week.
He's going to miss Venice.
And unfortunately, that's your emotions.
Know how to control yourself, for crying out loud. I mean, that's just
it's uncalled for.
Yes, inexcusable. You cannot be a junior on this team and continue to make mistakes because you let your fuse light and blow up. Every week it is something. And to me, it's just a level of maturity that we just haven't got to yet.
Yeah.
We watch things happen to us against Lakeland. Now, because for the first time in 4 weeks, we're behind the 8 ball, and it emerges again.
Yep.
We got to learn how to play when we're down and how to control ourselves and how to play when we're up. It's real easy when you're winning. Here we go. It's going to be unsportsmanlike against both teams. Then we got a second one, and that was an ejection.
He pointed the wrong way, but
he did. It's on us. Right now, Coach Shakir is trying to plead the case to keep him in the ball game, but that's not going to happen.
No, I don't think it's going to happen.
No.
He's also trying to plead the case. There was an issue of putting your hands on an official, and that's a problem.
Well, they're going to try and sort all this out. Kissimmee trying to figure out the ejections against there, and it's not against them. It's against our guy. And
yeah. He
fortunately, it's going to be Iron Jackson, which is not a good thing. And it's not a good thing for us because
Looks like they're having a pretty big argument over here.
we can't afford to lose him in the end.
Oh, we definitely can't afford to lose them next week against, that is essentially
For the district championship.
I mean, at the end of the day, again, you're one of our best players, and you just you cannot allow your emotions to get the best of you and do that.
It takes.
We need him defensively as well as offensively.
Hurricane player ejected.
Yeah, I mean, especially going next week. They got a great receiver in Malachi Weidman, and hopefully you take Iron, who's a very good DB, and you match him man-to-man on him and try to shut the passing game down to Malachi, and now that's out the window.
If he's ejected, he's automatically from next week, too?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Because it's in the second half. If it happened the first half, he'd be back the second half of next game, I believe. But because it happened the second half, I think he's done for the whole game next week.
So he will be gone. Well, we'll just call how things are right now. Iron Jackson has been ejected from the game. Those penalties will move the football following the sack, move it all the way into Manatee territory. It'll be Kissimmee Osceola Cowboys with the ball at the Manatee 45. 4:11 to go in the football game. And hey, listen, you got to keep your heads together. Cooler heads got to prevail here, and we can't afford to watch anybody else get caught up into something. Be honest with you, once he was on the ground, because he did get taken down, the flag was thrown against them to start with, and then he just didn't let it go.
Yeah, he lost it.
I'll get the first one on him, but the second one is 100% on him because he went back after him for no apparent reason. What? It's over with. You move on. First down and 10. Kissimmee 4:11 to go in the game. Osceola leads 13-0. We'll hand off to Dudley straight up the middle. He's going to bounce to the outside and try to find a little running room. I'll take that back. A correction. It was not Dudley. It was Jamo Jones. Jones looks identical to Dudley size-wise back there, but a little bit more agile. So a pickup of 6 on the play is set up a second down and 4. Been a rough night for the Hurricanes offense. Too many turnovers. Never really threatened to put the ball in the end zone. Second down. Wells, the quarterback, will take it and hand off to McGee. Coming off the right side, McGee following his blocker. A very patient run and huge pickup, a pickup of 10. And they are got to be somewhere close to eclipsing the 350-yard mark on the ground.
Yeah.
They've just jammed it down our throat all night long.
Yep, they're about probably 280, almost 300 right now.
But you expect them to get those kind of yards doing this, and I mean, ultimately, you've only given up 13 points.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the 4 turnovers on offense and the penalties.
Well, the one turnover forced you in a bad hole to begin with. You gave up 3. A good job in defense even standing up to that. Outside the initial drive, they really haven't put anything long together. This time they'll go straight up the middle, and let me tell you something. To me, and I know we talk about, and this is one of my big pet peeves in all levels of football. You watch him run that football, he lowered the crown of his helmet.
No question.
To go in. And
I
then
say it all the time.
Defensive player does the same thing. It's a penalty. I completely disagree with that. If you're going to lower your head, pay the price if it comes the other way. So,
yeah, offensive players continuously lower their head and hit the crown of their helmet, and they're never called.
Second down and 5 at the Manatee 25-yard line. Play clock down there was off, so he didn't know what was going on. This time it'll be Swift, and somehow keeps his balance, fights through 2 tackles. Had 2 guys try to trip him up, and he keeps his feet, picks up 13, and another first down, moves the ball down to the Hurricane 12-yard line.
Yeah, it's Porter there who read it and had the initial contact and just did not get enough of his shoelace to bring him down. And
I don't think our tackling has been as good tonight either as it has been in the past.
First down and 10. Cowboys driving towards the Hurricane goal line. 1:30 to go in this football game, and really and truly, I mean, they could take a knee if they won. I know we're not going to burn the timeouts. There's no way we're scoring that much, so they will take, and Devon Wells will keep it himself, sidestep one guy, pick up a yard. And they got 2 more plays to really run before this game is over and done with. Coach will look things over. Head coach Doug Nichols for the Cowboys will win his 115th game of his career tonight, making the long trek across I-4 here to Manatee for the first time ever. They're not setting up in victory formation. They're going to run a play. We got down to 5 seconds on the play clock. Wells will take the snap, hand off straight up the middle, and it's going to be a stop. Under 30 seconds, that'll be the last play right there, as the coach is just going to bring him to the center of the field. That'll do it right here for us tonight. Manatee on the losing end of things this evening, 13-0. We'll hear from our sponsors, come back for the Shake Pit postgame report. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
The Osceola Kowboys. We wish the best to all athletes in their upcoming games and appreciate your support of the Hurricanes. Please obey all traffic rules and be courteous to other drivers as you depart. Remember, you don't have to go home, but you got to get up out of here. Good night, folks.
We good to take it down now?